asase ya behia kwame nyame ne asase ya ebehia na chese ye ba be bo no ma creativity ba be dan ne ho adi anopai se onyankopon de yetu wiase se de osi boy se ne seso no ade ba ko efa obi anim fa nyankopon ho ne se otimi bo ne tirim ma ade a eni ho ye dai eba ho enti ene kwame nyame ene asase ya ba behia dia na nim se ade eni ho ne ye de ba be dai ye de ba betudwa e de na meka safa anwensem abrantie ya efre na asase uta ehunu no ye dwumadi akese ahodo wo o my Ghana ya otai kwa ase anwensem kansem ebro nsem ewurewura nsem mu de nsem betudwa e ma manfo hunu nsem se eye nketua se ye akese o ni nyina no wo de betudwa ne ye behwe anwensem no dwumadie no se de esitie e kwa ba so no ofa so nwensem no na etimi dum pempenso bi a eya na nsem ni bi nu ho nanso o say by force what nsem bi hyehyehye what nsem ni yesa na eya na ekosi say we are curious and na pa ye be wura na adwuma no mu na fe ya hwese de adwuma no esitie na fe wa fa anyensem kwanso aka nsem bi a kire ye a sa nsem no e fa ne ekoso e wo man Ghana na asem kese ya da wa ma wa woni mra mrase bedwa fie tale eye tare
ya asem ketua e de
Speaker wasaba Mr. Speaker wasaba
se no na ne yetwen
what do you say
yetwen so obeba
wa fire o
wo so fire
na some ba ko wa kan ye
enema akoso wo na chi
enoma akoso
enti wa be de wo so yire ne mpewem na agade echicha ne mfe ne mfe na ne fumpi ne fumpi na ohwie gu
na de akoso wo na chi na amanfo susu se na ye nyansasam no wogina asa nyansasam no de ka asem bi ye be ka ho asem e wo jaso e na fe nso ne akoso wo na chi na amanfo susu se se de mrashe bedwafie asa akode tebia dada ne se wo mo mrashe bedwafie no mo betima dane bell boy o mo betima dane errand boy see yes maso mo ani kwa me koto nkyere bere me ha na nsesa na e kan wo de ye dai and next speaker say sa kasa no sa tebia no enye sa na mrashe bedwafie we etie etu obia ntimi ntina ho entira ne Jubilee House enwe nde wo ye kwa me ne abe no kwa me koto nkyere bere kwa me koto me ko bere kwame okwa eya ma eya akakaduro kakra nkonkwan anim oso obi antimi nya ne saade no enti wo abra ye de jaso brebo no sansam ne yebebom e-levy embra nsusu ye na akoda mrahye bedwafie no eno so densem ahodo ene na mfisi o so o ma ye nsakraye bi baba bi a ejina ye constant ene say 1.75% ne de ensesa ye ede ne betimi di aba ene san komo no ye de bebremo e wo Tonton Sansan dwumadie so enti ba bia wo bia Facebook so Twitter so YouTube so ye mamu nyina kwa aba fi se Tonton Sansan nie
ye brum
Tonton Sansan
Ghana nti ene wa ha
no fire. All right, Tonton Sansan dwumadie o Tvxyz and afenso wo YouTube XYZ broadcasting afenso di achi e wo Instagram e wo Tvxyz Ghana wo di achi e wo Twitter so e wo Tvxyz Ghana afenso TNK e wo Facebook Tvxyz Ghana ba bia wo bia miente onka wa dwenkyere no susu ye de memfa nkame ama ye be hye hu nkran yi me wa nansesem bia me beto a chewe ne enam se asase be ba hanti yenko yenchi kanena na ye ni anyinam kanea na esumuba na se bosumi pia ubon se ye nana e de ye asesedwa abesi abonten na yakotena dua kase bi ase na mmofra wo ho no ye twa ni atugya won nchen eno sa na wo ma wo nte na ubeti sa ketekire ni su na no ma bi so ye kwe yenko yenchin yenko sa abre no sabre no na ye nananom fa anansesem kwa so etu ye fo na we di anansesem so
sisaswa
wo sisaswa mi die emre bi ba ye na afare ni bi one na yire akua praman omotena eye omosesen mu na bra no moti omosesen mu no na se de ohia asi adokru omo no na da ne da nyina so hwie enifie safare ni ekọ ensuo susu okoyi nam a etoda wonya nam etu obafia wo de nsapan saa na bafie eba saa na akua praman dwa bosu wo sum na no na waka na nim asiso te se de ensuo emu na eba abeto na we na dako bi de abrantie yi bo ne homoden na woto wasew se wo penam ana wonya nam baako nam no so utu se na so na we de akua hu a nani beji o akua hu a we de asundwe beba fie o enti abrante yi kura nam yi tam nam yi de hye eye kenten mu ana wodi kɔ fie afi wodi duru fie na akua ewa afikyire ho se wododo ho kakra no ana woyɛ se obetwa no surprise enti wodi nam no kɔto chance mu ɛyɛ se wo ba be soja na afi wa hyase atwitwa nam no ɛhɔ na nam na pete no ho nam na pete no ho na nam na hyase kasa ɛyɛ abrante menkumi o menkumi minim de metima ya ma wote bia asesa se wankumi na ma mesa akɔka mabusuafo ofisa me mesusua o ma mesa akɔka mabusuafo wa bra boy se de sitie mesesa wo hyebra ma wo abrante yi de ne nsa sum na no adwendwen ye ɛna opu bɛhwɛ abɔnten na wɔhwɛ ne yere se de no de ne nsa asoso ne sisi ɛne se de ne wosi aka n'anim asiso a na abrante yi hunu de onye ɛna mahunu mɔbro ɛne se wonya arehwemu kakra ɛwɔ nam ne mu nti wɔtam nam no de nam no ɛkɔ ɛyɛ nsuo no so ɛna wɔto nam no to nsuo nim wɔto nam no to nsuo nim ɛna nam no yɛ ne baabaa na ɔka sɛ ɔkyena sɛsɛe bibi ɛbɛsesa wɔ wabrabom abante yi de nwanwa saa kɔ ofie ɛna ɔkɔbɔ ne yere amaneɛ sɛ ɛnɛ me kɔ nsuo so minya nam nanso nam no wɔyɛ a ɛnam no ne me kasa na asɛm sɛ no wɔkaayɛ nti bɛgya nam no ama nakɔ akua penama dwaya ama wo dwaya didi natam ɛka sɛ awareɛ fu tantan bɛ kura na mabɛtena mi awareɛ banza bɛ na mabɛtena mi akua dwa saa no edidi abrante natam no na abrante ne hunu bi onye fisa na ne home ete eti okonsuo no so no teateam sɛ wɔfrɛ nam no ɛna nam no bae na nam no sɛ hɛ na kamakoma to yɛm saa bra yɛ ka sɛ ufie na wutim no asesa otebia no asesa abrante yi di mirika ko ofie a efia na ya atakpa me nete dan yi asesa na aba ya abronse eto aso be adununum
wow
ena sister agigi adam wa konyam ena ode ne na atutu table no so hey wode ne na atutu table so ena nani agi na eye esa enamafo ade dokodoko yi bisi ne nchen ena wono no wono nyina achi no na wosrimpo ena wose atunum ayeyi etu atunum na no osem na say ah wa hwawarefo bi amasa abam na ye nyina wakofa aba entima be na ade ama me komade ya na mafo yi bi ade ntira mini bi efema gudi anka metimi di akọ na ke yakọ nane ne yenye sika kakra aka ho no ade ntira won kwaka che nam ne se won fe no ma no na abrante edi mika na okọ nam no ho na okọ sere na nam ne de sa ade no ma no afi no ba ya sa ahyase ya kasa bio said the other man no so enso nani wo pe bibi foforo e de no pa wo pese mrante o mabetira katiri ebe ba betwa no ho ahia bo no ban e na brante etimi ka koye e na oga ka kire na nam no ye ma no afi o de asem ni tia wa ne se fi se breko asem ni tia wa ne se abrante sa ba ya na akua pedaman asa asom na no bio e se ye no sa warefun be nie ese ni ode ma no nani nsa nso ope bibi foforo abrante tu mirika ko enam no ho se wo kwa akosere biwa enam ni muna hwe nanim ka sa abrante adai ada na wona wo yere mu ye dufuru pesa ada na mani nso enoma kakre ya ma mu isabre mote bi asesa kane na mote note da mu enam mote note da mu mote abronse eto aso aduonum enu itigi ebio na hwehwe ehwa na enam no bufu no se tebia dada na wo mu no o se kom abrante nani ante oduru fie na atade ehye no ana ye coat washe coat awabota na asesa na ya atade atete oduru fie nso na ne yere ete no te dem eti di asem na America so bi ya ade ma wa mo ani so so bi boa no sesa te bia mo ani so me da ase no ne ka efo be ya mo ma ne ka ye den dodo ne ka no e ya de efo bie wa no ne ka se me da ase ma woni ye ni wana amontuo ne wo kasa nkyere se adwuma wura ade ma no eso wani na no na woni adwuma wo na wanya adwuma ese wo bo adwuma wura so dwe braba ye adwuma wo twetwe wo ho braba ye adwuma wo bobna braba ye adwuma wo gusu kase wakatua ni sha na no na woni akatua eti obi ya eya ade ma woni so ananse ma metu ye say do say nya do ebi nko na ebi mra me de so jaso ye be sie so I feel o gora brem anansesem na meto ye no amoa kai ebra na wo nana wo chinchiri wi a bons enchiri no yasesa gu nkrata nkitinkiti mu anase yasesa gu eye chense nkitinkiti mu ne de abesi mu nchen wo bo no gregre na wutia nansesem na yatoja ne gya no ewo ye nchen amoa kai ebra na ye kobro nya brem se ya bo se opesi na wano ahyase e paapai na wo timu se wo nantiri nyina paapai wo hu nyina ya wegese wo hu nyina ya fita saa bre no na ye bre foforo saa bre no na ye bre ye kabom dwendwen ye ho so man baako saa bre no ne ye kabom dwendwen ye ho so abusua baako saa bre no na obi asem ye obi asem sa akora ketewa bi di bone wo empotable ho a pani bia tibi tia no na so na de na asesa wo ye man Ghana ye Ghana dada na nanke ye wom no anke no na betimi di akobọ sha asase ni so o bo sha asase na ye pre apẹ no na wote bia dada na ye wom no ewom se anibia ba ewom se mpuntu aba ewom se adwe asesa ewom se noma ekwan ye fa so ye noma no asesa wo wi ase afa na nyina nti eno so ebra so se ye so ye de ho bagimu bie nanso ade baako a eni hu kwan se wo se asesa eye senia ye sitie se Ghana fo ewo butai nti a ye wo man a ye fra no Ghana ewo kwan a ye fa so sikasa ewo kwan a ye fa so gya hoho ewo kwan a ye fa so didi eno na maye ye unique eno na maye da musuro se wo China ni a wo behunu ne sisi if the China ni hia na wo ne wo chia won fa won tene ne nsa nchia wo bebu ni mu ase na wa ye o se ni how woni how Ghana ni hia wa wo ma wache se de kasa di sitie bia no wo ma wache e de na America eno ma ye Ghana fo no eye no man ketenkete e ka ye bom obo man Ghana e ba nyame soma ye pepa se ye muslimuni se ye obi a woko nana firi ho ekọ frɛ bosom se ekọye eye okristoni a wabɔ ne tai pampe na eduru kwasi ada wakɔtena asɔre dan mu na wo som nyame e ba som se ye de ho ma nyame ye tontom nyame ye dan edi se ye do nyame a e ya de a e ka Ghana fo su no ho ane na ye gina asɔre dem etwi nkɔfo anim ɛwɔ bɔne a wo mu die ɛwɔ asase yi so titiri wɔ ye mamu kane no na ɛfo na emre ma ɔsɔfo panyi bi so obetima ba abɔnten abetwi mpanifo anim sɛ nea mo ye ensɛm fata ɛyɛ ɔteneni abrabɔ ɛso na de na asesa ora Elvis Afriye Ankra director of elections Emma NDC amanyoko no na no Assemblies of God ebo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abaso na wabro mo bon abaso no wokogina abaso body adwumadie na ase ekoka asem na sa asem no wotwe ye nyina ye wo Ghana adwen esi ade baako na sa ade no eno na maye ye Ghana fo eka no ma hodo na e maye ye Ghana fo no bebese wotie wei na ye ndi nkomo bi e fa ye nyina ye ho so maye be ye ya e wo se ye ho aduro hwade we sisi ye
Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, who is also an active member of the Assemblies of God family. Very active, Ring Road Assemblies of God. He would have loved to be here with a wife, but unfortunately, he has to be outside Accra for an equally important assignment. And so, considering the importance of this program, he said one person cannot do it. That is the weight he places on this kind of program. So I cannot step into the president's shoes by myself. And that is why he chose 3 of us to represent him, to signify the importance he places on this program. And so he brings you greetings, and I believe that going forward, you'll be hearing from him. Indeed, the church is a critical pivot in nation building. It is out of the church that individuals are trained and nurtured in the word of God, and they come out to be presidents, members of parliament, ministers of state, MMDCs, chief executives, etc., etc., and business tycoons, if I may add. The character, the attributes, the knowledge that is impacted into them in the church determines their output and impact on the society. So we cannot underestimate the influence and impact of the church on society. When the church produces righteous people, God-fearing people, honest people, distinguished people, they go out into the society and they bring those qualities and virtues, and it helps in nation building. When thieves, charlatans, liars are allowed to take leadership positions in strategic places, it has an impact on the nation. So the role of the church is critical. In fact, whether or not this country will see what we all desire to see depends to a large extent on the kind of people that the church produces. So, with a church like this, where many professionals, people from all walks of life, are being trained, are being nurtured, it is the expectation that going forward, Ghana will be a better place. And that is why, as a party, we support the stance of the Christian community and Assemblies of God against the LGBTQ. And that is why it is our MPs that are leading the fight, because we recognize the impact of the individual on the society. In any case, even if you want to go beyond the moral issues, which are paramount, if you just want to look at simple logic, if in the next 20, 30 years, only men marry men and women marry only women, who will reproduce and get pregnant and bring out children for this society to progress?
It is your kind of tintin in it. I want to say, I saw no, I was chefa, I was mining puntu. So my Ghana betum pong, or my Ghana betum be ye krabesha. I saw no, or some na yes from no Muslim for a Christo for. In fact, traditionalists, obia will play. Said about your mind betum apeja. We may not self-righteous person. No, a idea yen tria. Say, o ma omuye DCs, ye man penny abedi o mu free yen sorry mu ne yen kire mu dan mu. E ho no mu free. It is a sorry no entima anya na dwuma. Ensiesie sa nkofo yi ansa ne ato o mu so aba. Na sorry no ne so mfa so ne dan. Sa sorry no wo ho, so soma wodo wo ho, na manfo da so bo man ne kro no. Na sika over 525 billion. Etimi kwa yira ewo man Ghana futuom na sorry na ye kom wo ho na yetimi ejeje to ahodo every Ghana for ho wa bra yentimi mu akontapa enche Ghana for na sorry na ye kom wo ho a that there's a problem. Say yetimi kwato aba to santere kwato aba na manfo kwagina ba bia ye boaboa ma ano ana say ye so ma no akinkai ma no na asrafo timi kwatini tuo e de hwe timamufu mu nkura tuo nkura jai etutuo e ma nkofo hwe mu nkwa e ma so no gusu ye komu a na so no e ho faso ne dan me say sa opese ohunu e kristofo nkremofo esubaya e yakomo nsore de ba bi o mo so no ko ho ne ko he titro mu car park wo mo ya kristofo ye nkremofo ya wo mo ana so mo e wo car kwan ma o mo dodge traffic light aso most one nam kwanchen ba bi traffic light aso most one na esene no Sabra bronya ba ko hobi wodi mirika wo ka akwa mu wonim se amanfo atwa kwa anima e wo so to no bo ase sa pani kuro ya ebekọ asore kwase ada akoto collection akese ya make can say asore mpanifo the conscience of the society, the moral conscience of the society e bra so say normal hodo enkoso wo ye bem no monka ho asem e na hwede esi wo mrasho bedwafie pe na anu ne esi ye e wo mrasho bedwafie Ghana fododo na asore edi o ma no ato ensem ni mu e kire o mu gina ye e won nsem ahodo ni mu enso asore na ye kom levy ya for backdoor say ye the levy no momo to the ye de share budget no 2022 budget no ye fa o de ye hwe say ade ne mfa no ye de akofa ba bi foforo say finance minister wakoye nsakraye wo normal wo de betu dwa wo mrahye bedwafie anim fa budget ni mo na se de wo de ade bia efred mra nsusuye no fa 11 no ho de abeto mrahye bedwafo nanim mrahye bedwafo muntie ni ye Ghana fo nyina se mempene yempe 11 bia yempe momoto yempe bogato yempe sigakura bia to se de esi tie bia yesi yempe whether say wa wusika ebro 100 Ghana cedis ene e ba betew say bia wo de usika every wo bank account e ko wo momo so ne betew a ni nyina yempe Ghana fo so wo mompe Ghana fo si gina ye ho enti no ahwe nim guasesem bia esi ye o mrahye bedwafie second first deputy speaker ni ho bra betena ma no na ne wo boss ye no betoa so a hwe ne oye na no enti anka akoye de atini akabeba se Speaker of Parliament Right Honorable Alban Bagbin ebe kwa kwotena na kwanya so abeka se nyanza woda na di no se nyanza na ya na wota aka wasem bata wodi no ho wo de hwade we sisi e
to say my deputy the first deputy speaker the honorable member for the Kwai constituency Honorable Joseph Osewusu, the wise. Well, he didn't join our group, the three wise men, he didn't join us. So he's still Joe Wise, not wise man. Who am I to say that he might have indulged in an act of misconduct? That amount to insubordination. Honorable members,
wa want to profiting a wakan ni opa chere say anka anyansafo mienza na no mahama mamu ye te say no mo eye mampanya so ye no nkasa anyansafo mienza no say de no mu nyansa sitie no kadwo wise ga wo de wo hu betwitwi obo kakra nka e bia say anyansa no wo betimi de abu atan te say de na no wo ko bu atan e wo mrahye bedwafie na wo dane say de enoma esitie na ye to aba wa bra wuni hu kwan se wode wo ho beba be hyem ato aba ni bi wode hu ko hyem na wo dwen se enyansasem enti na wo fa atwetwe kwan so e de aka na asem na wo pa kire se enyambra nsam animutia ehwo nsam ena nano owura Joe Wise edan na di wa bra na watena sese chiamehene ewo mrahye bedwafie na wo boa na mrahye bedwafo abobo no ma akoso ewo ye 2022 budget nim say Ghana ni a wo hwe dwumadie a wo tie me ye hia ne say sa 2022 budget eno ma hodo maka se wo mu mpeso wo mu behuru wo mu no eho ene wo mu gina ye regardless of say ye de mre nsusu ye bia ba ye ba be bobo wa dwendwen ho eno na mitie onabo e bia fuseni wo say wa dane aba sadie wo ye de ya ye bedi hu nkomo wo mrahye bedwafie ye wi a kwahye ye bebusa ne say emre nsusu ye ya ye de abeto ye animi yen nyintuma na say ye mo no bongalat already dom kuma wo mrahye bedwafie esi omu gina ye say ade a ye frɛ no momoto 11 no omu mpeso mbehunu omu mpeso mbete ho asem wo say aban anyim firi ho wo munya enkotena ase nko bankrom emo mo nwenwen nsam ho eno na speaker ka say na mo say finance minister say enchebia no one stakeholders be share no matera say no madwendwen nsam no ho gina ye kentini na eye dom kuma na si enye dom kuma no gina ye o dom kuma no a o me mrahye bedwafo no eye Ghana fo na to o mo so aba eno mo kotira mrahye bedwafie ti o mo te mrahye bedwafie no o mo represent eye Ghana fo no o mo guso o mo kasa no na Ghana fo dodo na say o mo dwetire de se wo de to abeto so a eye ho kire na ade ba krom ha already eto awodo a wagegye ewo yedi mu bese awodo a wabo wo yedi mu no woni bibia de kire wo de yenhwe asafo interchange kuma ase ene na watwa wie ye MPP ekoye dwumadie kese bi ewo eye Asante Mantem Kropon Kumase hwa asafo intache wo da foto so Princess Arita wa homa no so ye be kom rasho bedwafie wonyina kam rasho bedwafie ho asem no ye to ayagigi ni nyina achie ye bosi ahodo ayagigi ni nyina achie ewo Ghana fo di mu hwa asafo intache Kumase krokese yi mu no MPP ekwa akodi dwumadie kese wo mo kwa akohwe wo mo mbra no se de normal sitie adane normal sade be ya abato e wo so mo to no mo yi frankatu ni no wo metimi anya kwan bi afa so e de aye eye dwumadie kese e be koso e wa Asante Mantem Kropon Kumase na wa bra sa dwumadie ne koso no metwe MPP mpanifo a mo wa Kumase adwea si eye asafo interchange wo se de so atutu aye asafo interchange ni nie Kofo basa wakira ba kurom ha MPP penifo amu Kumase Kumase fo amu hwamie kade kofo basa na ni nam kurom na etimi fa asuku nkwada emo mu ko suku free no ene sa bases no ye jesi wa ma ni nyina dodo na esai ni nyina atire no ye gyemoto ni nyina atire no ye gira mu dimu ekoba bosia eti bosia na mogie no ene to ahodo amagie a maboabo ano no ede pa na mode aya ehwe ani a Ghana ni betimi de nsa apempem ne bo se wenti mogie ye to mangie ye to ye ta machi hwe kwan no he said ye aye Princess Arita enim ye nsem twani a wo Ghana mrahye badwafie enra de koso efiri bra mo tenase ebesi anadwu da suori nyina na odi akire yenko ne ni nkomo kaka Princess Mache
Kwame mejo so
twa homfonyi kire ye eba ne sen ena speaker wo say persuasion bi akoso ama se say de ni ayenim ni say finance minister besa abamrahye badwafie no de mbransusu ye bi a ye frɛ no levy bill bi abetudwa na afei so eba ne sei ena na no wo ka se de ase benkro bi mu ya akɔ ɛwɔ sansem ni mu twatwa ho fonyi kire ye kɔ
ye Kwame enra wo ma shebe je fini ni asetena betimi asase 2 o'clock na so no asetena betimi asase 2 o'clock following budget estimates no sabi committee sittings no ehun sensem no nti enra na asetena ehase no na ekobo be 4 o'clock na ni na no semjefo yenso ye nhwemu no ne asese some consultations be akoso because oshe speaker e leave our G and medical leave our G o nechi sebi obaye no na nsem bedu akoso a nyame ni mkreni eno a okakra no okase sebi entwa yie kwa enti nyane enti yes eno de enti aseta no che enye committee sittings ne pe na enya esenya ne yes leadership issue speaker ema speaker so etimini bika edinkomo consultation be ko so kwa sana ma shebe gefe jumedie no ehya ase eno na ema eno speaker betina ase ewogemu pe ena bompa no show that people ne so a eya na emredodo na no speaker be dika ma ne formal communication that is if or some eka enti ampani nyina ehwe ni musa wo hwe okoye no de sisi ye wo mahwe gafie nyina na ye nyina ya wo say definitely short na se dia any pages or back time na nya sem keto ampa ye predictions ni ye me ma otina se pena Kwame read obi bompa ye wi ye no se wo formal communication na che formal communication ni mu nsem no odi kan e dan yakopon ase se wa hwe ne so na wo de na kosa de na aba sundue mu na se enyame adom ne ho ye enti na se da de odi kan de ma erode yakopon nothing so osa epa chow say okoye no niema mmachibjafo eye woninti a dey se bi animguase ni how every house no titiru ono so akonya no na opa Ghana for achew apologize say we dey say bi 3 years na so no ne kotodwe egu for mo say Ghana for nyina say di see no and see na we ye pe na o afi no okọ Joseph Osei that is first deputy speaker.
That's right.
I find Joseph Osei no so ho sensem eso e na o sha ase na o ka emra obetina adwamu na o dane onu speaker ne nsema odi kan ye emra minority for ewo ho na parliament rejected 2022 budget no nenso no first deputy speaker abetina adwamu no say speaker ed I think so oka say wo sha ono crampo no onye speaker no ye deputy speaker according to speaker no o shen seme course wa man is abeka say o head the kokoko so na omuni majority ni Nigeria so approve budget no speaker say there be enche ye any emrenim speaker example be ewo amanone parliament. I think so. Or example, baby, Ghana. I say presidents are a year in the previous parliament. Speaker Ebo Boss. So even on how our members of parliament, everything a form quorum, now everything a transacting business because they need 1/3 of members, that is 92, to transact business. Now say no okanina bomu oka nina ka presidents SCCC from 2005 buy any speaker na so kwame or can say now to members of parliament to first deputy speaker now kasa nina na Kasa Abegum said be paid in mathematics or Kasa Abegum to the point so Kasa Osha Joe Wise. I say a friend Joe Wise Nelson on three wise men. Sorry. In Tinata said we say Mina no Kikaning Nano, which who said indirectly they were on all cano, Nadia Papane, and yen cramp, and I say and so many. Now Sama Etia say Etia Emra, or Sina Etia Emra.
What's he said, a presence? What's he said, and as a Wakas Asem? Does it throw away the Joe Wise a year, and I say, I tell you no bui and a brad not speaker anyone. A bottle to the baby, Ada.
Quite a honor, na say no, Nayinano, ye Guswa because though speaker while emphatically anchor say oh Johnny Albert ocean in casa anymore said the wakwe penny and I would see the okay can now say it amount to procedural challenges. And see Oshe Sansem now can bro for sem no and near say the next one can say it amounts some illegalities what I say now so no speaker no one emphatically anchor say would you out there, Joe Wise, okay. No.
Finance Minister Keno Foriata, near Speaker Car said, War Barber, Yata say, Mransus Yebi or why your friend, a year e-levy bill, and I said, Susuyebi or your friend e-levy bill, a year mumbo, a 21 semi, Ninsusia beto, Rashabi. Speaker Car said, Dear Keno Foriata, a barber your potty or Rashabi.
Well, Kwame, and even e-levy bill in Guampo speaker in the conclusion, no, Eka say, we share modifications and asset concessions now. Finance Minister, they buy now. Respectfully, according to Speaker of Parliament, no, it was it's captured in the original 2022 budget. Into or say only leadership, Akasa or maybe Dinko, Mobi or Motion crisis. Finance Minister, no, Ebetini, Abe PMU, or Masebejesie. Now, I say no, the said modifications will be captured in the 2022 budget. And that there will be a revised budget of the 2022 like budget. You know what I say?
On the 2022 budget, no. Yeah, market over at us. I go tribute. And you have 2 months every year.
Well, make us obey amendments. It should be laid in the house. The house NASA adopt. Make me say Sana bro from also revised into. Obey make amendment. Adopt budget medium with it entirety to say with the modifications and at the previous but now it was laid, you know. Into the speaker
let's just appropriation no my cost wa yes ya bia tube no no so e be sense ho e be kwakwa e dey de besi.
Enti Kwame, what's up with on the e-levy bill? E-levy bill, and now the bill no has been laid. Enti you hear him quite say ne debate ne ho sense no be so we have so any deputy finance minister Abno Sasari edin komo na no chem so e-levy bill na consultations e kokọ so nti no meti Ghana for it's indirectly no person say the minority ne so ekeka kan na almost so Ghana for no and also no they've taken it into consideration now we say o share from so obi obey transaction 100 Ghana cedis a day piano or no need the tax may affect no tax may affect no however no in a month transaction 3,000 Ghana cedis and also in a month no affect so then so in a day transaction a bro 100 Ghana cedis there not as a tax no e be count enti nyame go ene ene be hu bill na hu sam no de be PM ma se be finance no anaje no omutimi ele bill na ene no anopai e koni enso ye be hwe ni mu kwan se de be fi no so ye be Tvxyz ne power but finance will respect to appropriation bill no so no se ne akoye ne na nke hu sam so be PM ma se be fi na so no se ne speaker so e no de se be tu jan he say no ye hu akwakoye se case may probably be on a hold. So committees on annual budget estimates, no, and some of the reports, even as after Speaker Kasa, were still presented. And it is quite to say, and then a free near corner and near be unfolding in the house in front of payer air community. It's likely say better near Mass and Kakra, and now you could do on
Well, Princess Arita Nim, a home modern power report, Rampana, dear free, and you got a Russia with your fee, and the other two remedy. Yado say, ya best about tay. To say the old share board, obey Chow for ye, and your chair, not Ghana for you know, ya air cost for Ghana Russia with your fee. E levy, got away, e levy, bomo tway. Ya the wounds here, I got 2 Russia with your fee. Yes, ya done it done in no maybe. Ya done it done in no maybe a tear Ghana for one semi, and ya shame. Sa to say the princess chire no sa pepe na wo pe na na ye bi alliance no mon frɛ Ghana for mu gina ye wo momoto no ho ne ye de eno ade si wo mrahwe bedwafie no hunu ne sei se bia wo kuma ase na asafo interchange efonyi a mede kire wo hunu da bra be ka wo asɛm ni nyina eche ye je otuo ye je otuo e gina wodi mu esa so ko bobosia empuntu nyuma na ye hwehwe no a ye se ene se ye nya e11 tuo ya ye ntimi entumpon wo man ni mu no. So muka sasem na uhunu ni say first call about. Hello morning.
Good morning, me papa Kwame.
Eja na ti say.
Me pa chone man ko yie me papa Kwame.
Kai me within bio.
Me din di out to fight the Katafri one Chizongo, Bono region, Aya Jibuji Apunja, Alaji Sedu Haruna, Honorable Alaji Sedu Haruna, Constitution, Honor me Katafri, Alaji Sedu Haruna, the Bia, the Antifa Katan, Yankupon Shan say what na Japunjano, Aman de Yaun say, and MP Betinaya, Juma, Aya, the Chunti, Yankupon Shan, one in the teacher Muru. Share me, Papa Kwame. He live in Yan there, Yan Tina, Yan Adichia. Yentia anumere, yentia anopa, yentia avia, 11 years. No. I get to mind. Then I've done Kwakufadu. What's your corona tax? What's your boiler tax? What's your energy sector levy tax? What's your tax? Would you just fund both sides? Would you cocoa? Would you not put your one month for Alpha Bob Bia? Afambo or mine. Now you live in order to double or mine. The work on one deck and get you. Yet to mind don't come at a tire and touchy. Your business is in Nagu, up your first year, Timothy for treasure and Timothy you decide. You are pointing point in our side. Education good and color, no textbook, classroom. Oh, but not idea. I had in domestic, I had the adrenaline on Beducano. I had the no move up. Sorry, as an idea tax head up whether what's an engine tax no for free and for free women say and we I would have said, my Lord, to attend and talk about this. But I say, for Mamma Babagana, but as I would, we had one in Tiama, said about to draw now so bet me. I will cast a be. Hello, morning. Morning.
Mr. Odin, I will be free.
The family of Namaka, a Ashanti region.
Nana near, Nana fire near uncle.
The ambassador may catch on say, I am minority, no, or some very careful about illegal, no. Minority or some careful about in 2024 NDC and for this minority ever was a minority and from any living and free what they are and the Adama campaign I had 2024 minority some more idea serious right that move between any or Marcasa and now someone penny for minority no ever casta living in the Omon form nancy for no moment to cry.
Ebiada we work as a
1.8 billion tax just last year and Kwano. Yeah. It require a cruise or Mojeba, a between a cruise, Tai Levy. And Nana Medase. Nana Medase. Medase pass off for Hello, morning.
Hello, good morning.
So, Dina, baby, of free.
Friend me, Ali, make us a free mother.
What are you?
My person, my from a program, I check on me, Freddie behind.
It's a with them. Yanko.
With them, Mr. Ramon. I just said, they're back up, and I made it 2 winning. Sefa 2 NDC for no mobile, honestly. Omonia, they're back up, on this maybe any power. One minimum rent salary, they should try and raise it. And at least anybody who is working can earn something for a living. Now, coffee to quite for bread or mama so nice future.
minimum wage salary no amount for minimum wage no on raises our issue no issue here.
Yes, it's very important. It's something everybody doesn't think about. But it's a key to the youth. Thank you very much.
Mate, what's the sad year best see who coin? Said about Mabuno no do na nyanim free krom anko amanfo maso. Engo bopa. Hello morning.
Good morning, Ankwame.
Mama na to say.
Pocho yo, the divide am ko we through money valley.
Eh, this is a divide ni fa ni anko.
Ankwame, you live no. Gana for ya nende ni ya no china. MPP fupa one almost the same one ko se yen nde ni ya no china. Na me kasa speaker so onye no no nkasa wo. Because fencing president wabuya na etua yesu ukoya wabuya wasa democracy yeso tuma yesu ade or the GM into fencing minority for one shame wakasa mo pa because ye bre Ghana ye bre papa since ye siko kita ye mpo ye didi ina ade into mon country president say ye ntua opa mo nya sakra ye bia ye ntua ntia nkoma the MP wisdom kujo ene ye papa what I'm saying.
But bien.
Mama, in Chankomano, Yamin Kano, Yami had not 2024 years in
Yo, Vida, but I say, Mamma call for so. Hello, morning.
Hello, good morning.
And if you had a quadrant uncle,
Matthew say, you just say we won't. Then you could say, I'm only on Qua, who should you do?
Okay.
But I say, incompetent. I don't have a muscle. Sisi ahwa guhunya wanya kwa ti yeje ni nyama nyama jamu busi unu penyen na mo me nyama besi John Mahama in Amakana sisi agana kunye John Mahama nkwane ni ta who deserve there all there ochine ko no do
but me say ade bi wo kasa animo Ghana so man ye ni hene o we don't have a king or a chief ye wo amanfo bi a ye tu omo so aba so mo mbe so yen si e kasa omo ya hemfo no ma e no mo ba obo say no ma me ma mo ma beti so no ma betra ye so no what the make no it mean ka say nyame na tu hene si no sa kasa no me delete nyame na ma ye eye amanfo a omo ye titiri omo be so me ye kana sa say kana sa ye kana sa ewuro mu tirima omo ba ba mu a omo be ba so me ye yanko faso Twaso yanko. Arawi.
Okay.
Asem na me no. Eya me da say. Yanko for so tete last. Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Udina baby of free.
Me kaze fro Kumasi Atonsu.
Kumasi Atonsu. Asafu interchange wo na no ko ho.
Asafu interchange na nsema ko ho.
On said yes we tutu no.
Oma broko kwa no kwa dada.
Zen ene MPP for na be gu kromo omo ba be yo ma de kese no.
Omo akaza kwa mo ni megu aso Kumasi.
How kwa be so kirem.
Abinia. Ise u be Kumasi a. Oma be gu o so mo ni megu aso. Na na so ze en nkofo kwa ye demonstration. Say won see the yamasi kwa omo be transform mo youth. The youth na mo papa Kumasi.
Wow.
They say play bro Kumasi pa. The big job Kumasi wa kasa no waso be boa. They say you want to say pa ya. To bo Kumasi no pia bonten ubi say young boy bia say kan bo to mo boa.
Kan ya dundum mo majai.
Aw ayin de.
Kan ya no mu dundum no majai.
Kai omo ya no engage mo ben.
Hey.
They say ya kwa say Atonsu Uruko Jati, Brother Branson would one quite easy. Omunjai, with my jai, and no commodumuno. Get beer, Mudumuno, Omukacha and say, Kaina, you'd better bring ya, or for Omodada. Their cost walk, Martin. Omakazamun Jiminka.
Over here,
the sea walk must see a sin what on Oboa.
Over here, but I say. Me da se pastor to be fair. Your caller will chat to and answer your friend for will chat to. Hello, morning.
Morning.
Mr. Udina baby of free.
Ebacho. Me free Kumau.
Kumau ni froze.
Kwame despite.
O say Kwame despite.
Me bachane.
Wan kasa Udina no and answer o God name.
Me va to mi dia.
You say you deal with.
Come on now, Alessa. Doma kumensa. Secretary President one former Finance Minister Honorable Pamanando for.
Yo.
Anope ye mampani Akufuado. O mampani utimidi nfi nu eboka 205 billion Ghana cedis. Ya dana say. Pasadi yi na bi abeti yeso. Ye ka say no say yi bi tia enne wachina. The minority leader ne yi say. Sa di we omo prema ne ba so di ani ye lose ni mu ani ye ko no. Anya dia say sika no ye betia.
But as a pastor of friend, Mamma called Facebook in Tentem now. Roger said, yeah, we'll see what to test. Answer Lewin to test here, oh boy, Roger, the sportsman, I got the good Munsamoba. Mauno Freddy, I say 4 more for Nana, capital city is Kumasi, and Wasre San, water for minimum India was Nam Ajaku was a good morning, Kwame, even though. I'm not in the country. I'm still a Ghanaian, and I'm very concerned about the current issues going on in the country. Me we busu afọ me my Ghana. Me ya pass ye de to ahodo to omo so nanso omo hunu so emfa so. Esenam Ajaku message or the bar no. Junior MLX was say, now I don't understand this government because they don't know what they are doing. They should come to me so that I can teach them about women to omase omunim de omoye omumbra menchen na menchiro madie Kwame ni koi ese good morning bra Kwame and I so Adolf Arthur was in your wakari nyina pepepe ye ne wo ya adwen said we see a speaker asem no mo sa na tie pepepe and Evelyn Esinam so say good job minority dom kuma maya de young Nelly Kwame Young was a good morning brother and sister Amapoma Chechekuti messages no ba na ba on Facebook so koso afa bra sabre de agudi ebunsem Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch Lewin ini ano no obezi
And anope mna so agode we sem of Tonton Sansan said some na nyina de bro na we na nema city Ghana Premier League ebe so na wo che wie de hu sem eba we match day 9 and we chi so ye bewure mu so e wonura 2023 official mascot and also launch your course na de hu sem eba Mustafa Yusufa Kasa and afi LOC ono so penny oda no so akasa ne nyina so eba na fe 2472 ono se ebe kona kache racket so edi nsema hodo pi de atoja na fe wura ndi abensu akasa kwam no ne so a nsem no do se pa no amatse bi ko so premiership no men so ebi ebe ko se na fe Adam Major League se eba se na oche wi ye ne nyina so ebe promedin edi roja imano betimi afremi the sports bonaka hello kweku na prempe the British man and afi botela e bom chirema na no pi me de nsem no so every year ti friendship se na sentem enfefie nura owremu awo international conference center jumede kese a etimi ekose no ayo official mascot and official website edima AFCON and ase owremu awo 2023 All African Games eno ebetimi abaso na nura penefo gina jumede no so e man so chiremu dia official mascot homo elanche no chin so homo sanse elanche official website and afi logo id remu so no penefo elanche ma bibia setimi koye na openi obebe jiremu edima Ghana man peni akasa his excellency na Akufo-Addo sports minister ora Mustafa Yusufa na yenti nisem awadi tuja awajumedi no asi.
Ghana won the right to host and organize the 13th African Games at the 3rd Specialized Technical Committee on Youth, Culture and Sports meeting on 25th October 2018 in Algiers in Algeria. This makes it the first time in the country's sporting history to have prepared and submitted and won a bid to host and organize the African Games. I'm therefore delighted to be here today to participate in the historic outdooring of the mascot, logo, and the website for the 13th African Games, Accra 2023. The outdooring of the
Sorry, one also and our LOC chairman for Jumede Kesebeti Bass 2023 or also Tvxyz Tribune and the Bissan say no Jumede Kosukran saying now we see aka edia fa ho.
Ye ni jesem if you say adwuma bia wo ye bia no ohia bibia friend logo mascot and a website. The logo no ne mascot ya dance dia obia o hwehwe adwuma awe no edi ya dance afis na ni boso a ma onya bibi se onipa yi ayese ebia onipa ne din eye wo identity ade a hye wugina nti logo ni mascot hye ye gina nti eye ne je da kese se na yetumi adana di se wunda logo ni mascot na dia untimi nye advert untimi nye bibia untimi ne ba hu de wo ye nti na yetumi ayesa ade afa na ebe bɔ ne de ro mo man Ghana fo hu ne awiase fo nyina hu ti se bia ye airport other entries billboards ne ade abaya TV ne ma bebre abaya sesi amno ka say me call card am won because ye unveil ade logo ni mascot ni so nti afa sem san ye call.
Okay, and what you also be no say enche Jumede no betimi aba so na preparation to say venues no and so hu some to say ayi crowd wana e betimi agi Jumede na sini na so ana.
I'm saying the president and the government of the country, President Sansan, why are doing almost come three contractors now. I want to hear a minute here and TNT be about Tima and TNT be Olegon and they be so Tima. Contractors mean Sunday here, Juma, me no Olegon. Kaku stadium, no name, tracks and any manema, Yamom Sika, Oma ACC, hostels near the Edgar and one more a war, whatever, as your mom in Esca. And she said, will be any complaint here. The air say, your mom timelines, as soon as the name a year. And she said, the contractors inside and you soon, LOC society, and she will.
Dr. Fusua Sarenono, LOC Chairman Erima, 13th edition of All African Games, Basso 2023, or my Ghana Mahon, 7 on away from that, call and some from Ghana Football Association President, Ayo Rackets, Elremo Kumase, now Chimu, now Kudu Kumaseno, and our Nin Central for Koyan Shimidin or in some Akradia to just say, local players or more Ghana Haseno, among fighting for place, our national team Sahoro, now Jiris or Mobile Bokonkaya, Omunabanya national team Sunu Abo.
The Black Stars, I'm going to use the Black Stars because you cited the Black Stars. The Black Stars is a brand just like any of our national teams. And their singular responsibility or job, somebody would say, is to win games. Okay? And in doing this, you want to present the best players as possible. If we have 11 best players, and those best players are the players that the coaches like, they will represent the Black Stars. Okay? I don't believe in this idea of giving a quota to local players. But I would always encourage local players to work well and to fight for placings in the Black Stars most especially. And currently, there are, I think, minimum 4.
No, I some racket, the or course, in some to say or catch record supporters and a fake club so more Ghana say one time club will be anti so we join so ebia or time kotoko or see on time kotoko or kwambiaso.
I feel very sad when people discuss this subject matter because people who are deeply involved in kotoko on personal lines know what I have done for this club before. When I was not the FA president, when I became the FA president through your own support, Krobia Kumasi Asante was the first club I visited. Is that not true? Kotoko is a powerhouse in Ghanaian football. And any FA president who would want to forget this will never have a successful reign. Of course, there are 16, 17, 18, 19 other Premier League clubs. There are other 48 Division 1 clubs. There are 20 women Premier League clubs. But Krobia Asante Kotoko comes with rich history, owned by the big king. Nobody can show disrespect to a brand like
Okay, TFA President Ura Keto Kreko and some from also or Dr. Randy Abiono, a executive committee member, and I want to say some Kratuja, Sen Assembly sent by Asoni NS National Sports Authority 24 Ascent Tawantama Crafan Stadium and our Randy Abi, Edianu Yabase, Oni National Sports Authority, Onomu any Tawantawa Bia.
And don't leave it to a GFA, and nobody has a problem with anybody. We have too many things to think about. But we must all learn to do what is right. The GFA must do its part, the Sports Authority must do its part, the media must do its part. If we all focus on what we have to do, and we do it well collectively, we'll develop and promote our game. So please, an authority has issued a statement. Take the statement and analyze it vis-a-vis the evidence on the ground. And let us focus on the league. You do the work for us because they sent the thing to you. And don't ask us to go and do it. But just for your information, the FA itself has been proactive. When the thing came, we got a
Okay, to Dr. Randy Abe, ono a ESCO member, and our dear Tuja, and no, Yensha now Cheviano, Ghana Premier League match day 9. Fish test and a wholesome essay etienne over our Cape Costa, a whole and a house of folk, everything if in our family, Accra Lions, the Apimusanafi, 11 wonders, any baby, any go stars, about Diana Stars, any Brooklyn Chelsea, so about Red Tamale United, and soon near Lumina Sharks, about Bonafi Wafa, enemy Diama Airball, Kalela United, Tinefina Tumasa, area Frey, Betchemi United, Legon Cities. Any Krobia Mechema Asan Tikotoko Bonaki Fesa, any Dream Saves and so Eddie Bessonafi Ash Goat, and so any Accra Great Olympics, and so Ebetimi Eddie Apim Sinteno, a yet said Jumedicasia, and also Ebetimi Abbas, and so Enono. Yefani and Chiramo and Samu from now, Oko Ketu Safa, ho, and Abeto Jase, Jumedi Abetimi Abaso, way a fine gamer, a basana, a foundationer, ye from say a fetchy, a wono foundation, Womo and Omodi, Sa Jumedi, Edition, so no much say, Yami Aduma, a dance Saturday, and a semi final game no, and no air to Jan, no much say semi final game no, air to Jan, a warrior, Teju, a RC basic school park, ho, and I say Jumedi Casino, so betting about now, much say Sunday, so and Yami Aduma, final game and also Ebetimi, so Abaso, our Ihi Medre basic school, and also much 12 p.m. and also Ebetimi, so Atuja. Now here teams Bia, Omudium, who a shame our Jumedi Mudia, now to say a FIFA zone, Omu Remu, na Fiomo, and Tima, ye from say Teju Least United, and so Ebenanas FC, and so Ebetimi, Eddie Apusanafi Weta zone, almost so at Tinefina Fiomuni Weta United FC, and so Eddie Bepusanafi Penny zone, and so Tinefina Fiomuni Penny Victory Stars. And so Eddie Baby Dawson Afi Georgia Zone, and so more Tinefina Fiomuni Keve Future Stars. And so Eddie Aridas into we a fine gamer and also Ebetimi Abaso. I had on some so down yet for young constable from now you remo ever bibrima wouldn't send Morocco for and the Blasters of Ghana and I will group back home now AFCON Airbus on the 10th January and our Blasters you need the Atran Lions of Morocco had the air coach Papa your friend Vahid Hali Hozic at the Samakra Eddie Atuja so catching the players no say I some clubs some more Europe some penny and more players and be Jerem and Siakan and farm more minor on all cultural players no say we a player now we are watching saying ya the Siakan our AFCO we would and they forget and they say goodbye to national team say one man be Siakan dia and then as say national team no Nyadia Obobi Manu and Sama Morocco coach no penino and Susam I want to sudia ba I don't some dan yeti for yefio na fie fani and chim on some from reports eba and it's a one shot na second round our English Premiership no a bed din say betimi akosan say we say na COVID no it's spreading na clubs no dodo na COVID no esietie simu na nya asem kito krasan so ko Chelsea ayo players bi mu ti say Lukaku mu nyina no e de omu nyina COVID no ono mo etimi anya bi na fie hwe games bia na wo say etimi baso team my friend say Southampton and a Brentford game no and Penfold can say COVID-19 and team ambaso na Watford Crystal Palace and also Sabepe and a team my friend West Ham and in the way system Penfold can say na Everton and a team my friend Leicester so and Penfold can say game ni na say COVID-19 nya dia ni na so no team Everton na Manchester United omo last game and also Leicester City and Tottenham na we say game no say nra etimi course no and also nya dia and also etimi baso na Brighton and the United game no and also because of COVID-19 nyadi ani nyina so etimi cost one hwa na second round ewo premiership no no na ebe din sempenefo ebetimi so atoa so tie no eyensema eno eba na owremu ewo La Liga no so a ho so abetu ja so Real Madrid maka che mo so players no dodo na enso dia covid no omo nyina so etimi anye bia se ohwemu a players a wodo pi ti say Marcelo munyina omunyina se nyebi na fi Rodrigo munyina players a na se omunyina no covid no dia dodo na so anye bi to Real Madrid about 6 players and omunyina so etimi anya covid ni bia empenefo hwe sinas yare ne esi spread our Europe no na wan hwa be din se ebia omu leaks no eno so betimi so atwa so ntia no eyensema no so efie no ma no so aba yenwremu na fi yenhwe matcha enra etimi etudwa ewo premiership no results kakrabia eno etimi course na eyade atime fene se Chelsea enra na omo ayedin esan se omo game course against Everton no na se nemo mu ayedin paso eba na bia no na ti se obia etimi epuso atena bako ewo nra sa game a eno so etimi course na fi hwe other results bia eno se Pima Liverpool enso ehye kamiensa ama Newcastle enso etie kanamo bako na ohwe ne games no so eba so asei na honsem esitie Manchester United ni Brighton game no eno penfa kan setinya de eba so Aston Villa omoni Burnley enso ebetimi so edi apem so na fi Southampton eni Brentford eno so no akwedi die ho Watford na Crystal Palace eno so game bako eno so no mo aidin sa covid no sensem tino eno so ade eno so hono na fi West Ham eni Norway City na fi team efa na Leeds United enso ni Arsenal enso ebetimi so edi Awidos nyame aduma Sunday games Barcelona Everton and Leicester and everyone afi team of Wolverhampton Wanderers and Sydney Chelsea and so ebetimi so e dia pem sinteno e games Sunday no so no Barcelona na ovremu our Spanish La Liga no so a ho ana team of Celta Vigo womani Espanyol and so na e di vremu our Spanish La Liga no no e game back one no so Barcelona and na fi dia Rayo Vallecano and so and Deportivo Alaves and so ebetimi e dia pem so na Real Sociedad and Villarreal ebobo Barcelona ebobo Sevilla so and Atletico Madrid Bonafi Granada and Real Mallorca Bonafi Tima ye fene Atletico Bilbao and Real Betis and so Bonafi Real Madrid almost any Cadiz Levante and so Valencia and so ebetimi so e dia readout sintia no games baso fixtures ne de dossier panama mamrani ntino yemfa ne nyina fancy ase na fi yensore so na jumedi aka atwa so ewo Tonton Sansan so kwaminka ene timi no ayekrado omo banafi omo abeto aso bidin e di roja imano obetimi afremi the sports monarch ebotela na na prepare the British man hello kokomu nyina etama chimane bidi jumedi ne.
Peace of mind is very essential in your journey to success. For Akwesi Papa, peace of mind means having a proper covering over his family. Literally. For Araba, aka Injection Mama, it's about having the funds to complete her advanced nursing course. And as for Corporal Odami, it's as simple as reporting on time for his shifts. Sometimes all you need is a simple push. At Needs Microfinance, we have tailor-made loan packages for salaried workers under the Controller General's Department. With the low interest rate and quick wahala-free process, you are guaranteed of a timely solution to get back that peace of mind, literally in 30 minutes. Needs Microfinance. Growing with you. Welcome to the Royal Dazzle Event Center. With a lush and well-maintained lawn and garden, you are assured of the best serene and comfortable atmosphere to organize all your family and social events. Live the royal moments here with friends and family. The hosting capacity of 600 to 800 people makes Royal Dazzle the most versatile of places to host weddings, parties, funerals, conferences, concerts, and many more. Create your memories with us. Call us for inquiries on 055-814-8585 or 024-620-2144. Or pass by and speak to any of our friendly staff. Locate us at My John, close to Zoom Lion headquarters. Royal Dazzle Event Center, creating memories.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always drink fresh, natural eggs, mineral water.
You still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehin papa na menya bosia, edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai cry mabre, me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yamamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ya wonhyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekuokuo bosia, susu account, ɛne daso wɔ hɔ savings account, mebada chain savings account, ɛne deɛ keka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 034229186. Na wɔn nso wetumi aka sɛ
Suhum Rural Bank ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank enti mepa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to Auto Check Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crash.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
Check, AutoChecks.
Elsiafo yan mamwa kwa babie mi na mwasese mugusu ehwe wo Tonton Sansan dwumedi eso na efia da dru fia da se ya boja yenti ye Easter no bia bi de woni mo wiase bia na etumi bi wo ehwe we so ntine so ya ba ye be Easter foforo se de be ya woni beje wo dwumedi so ne braso si etwamfo ni kese de chiro nsem ahodo a de obonkrata no anopai waboaboa no e de aba de obonkrata mu de yankasa nso ye di hu nkomo wo fie henra ma hye bedwam de kokoso ene afoforo bi e ka ho ni nyina ene aka abomu anopai atrase e de ho asem obedam ni ye ka ne sa ne ye ka wo se afe ne ko na wie ya ne sa enwoma sua ya de ba ko ahu hia ye fapem kese pa ya wunya e beboa ma wankasa oda che sipie no nti na Ghana Christian University College ye ma won tiase se mema na nyansa ansa no aka se ye no mo ka ho asem na anu na ka wosemekọ ene yi a wote nka abomoden na ekọ amrahia dodo wani adenta kwantempọ so obi udru ho a bisasa wo papa bi a Ghana Christian University College wo ukọ ho a wo se wo ba be peke forms na ja osuso do ho ba be show mo ntetie ni mu bi ananso ehọ kwa be ye odin a ukọ ghanacu.com wo internet le so a wo betumi akọ apply ho na fe osuso do ho a ntetie ni mo che courses ahodo bebre ya ebo se de be ya wo dache e betumi SCP ntine wo twa de ene wo moni kasubom na wo mo afre 0204069583 ana 0576533307 numbers no eno ne mu bia be free bia no ene Ghana Christian University College pere for bejo so na waboa ose wotetew amwa ba be kendini mapa ewo oman Ghana emu sanso so ena wo hia se obenya asase papa ya obesu dan wo so na no abusua manya ba bi di mutri ato se de be ya ahoche bi ba enya fe ni mani besu aka monsem sa be nkrofo sese ye wo rent be so next month obi de be so February obi de be so March ese aye no adwendwere nanso wankasa ba bi a wote wo sese keto bi no wo na ate so a wo da wada emfa ho siesie ho siesie ho wa wo de ade opebia na wo ye ho nti ne ostaquialis en kan show sense asedi bebre wo ho nti brani ntwa bi ma obi wo Shy Hills bi wa afie nya bi wo Sutware Junction bi wo dodo bi wa Sebi do wenya Chopoli hese ho nyina ansase wo ho na ade ba ko ene je se woto asase no a ye ma 200 blocks so ho na wi a ma 10 bags of cement so de piece na wa sha se de ato o foundation wo ka ho na wo pese de ba ne so apema wasase no a akwanya wo mo no beko ye deal ne kama e na afi ni tuamu nso no enye bibi e de be show kon chinchine atwan se wo se wo diska bum ni nyina ba wo kwa wo no be ye nhyehyeye no atwitwa nkakrakra e de ama wo 0244684069 and afi 0266101406 0240933748 Ostek wo numbers no eno no ya wo fra wo mo ebeje so anopai wo nan no a ohu wo to ase ho no a etwetwen wo no ya unyenya expert papa ma na hwe wo no sciatica expert wo ba akopɛ wo man Ghana mu 21st clinic ho na wo so kɔ na wo mo twetwen kama se de be ya be fine bronya be mi enkonko enkodi nwie ne me kan kyerɛ se de si ye nyina ye mum nkɔ ye nkodi ye wura ye nwura ye da ye na ye pia ye mpie ne nyina nkɔ kyerɛ ye wia ne nyina abɛtena se ye di ho nkɔmɔ ana ye de sa ne ye kodi gya na afi ye ba na ye be kan na wasoma ye de na ye se wunya yanka enti mo apom de nsipi se de be ya yebetumi ene wabomu akọ 21st clinic ho de ma sa pomden de wo ma hwe ho yedutwa mo herbal treatment nso ho nti ene sciatica no ho ena ebibiduro fam so wo alternative ways be ho a wo de ehwe ma ho to nti yade ne ba bi ehye efri wuchi so de kosi unase no wo mo ho na wo se wo de ekọ kuma se de ehwa overseas junction alpha radio ho na bi hu wo mo nkran hanso dome market wo mo heavy do building ni mo ena mo kese ba ko so East Legon Obey American House a hon so betumi akọ na wahwew ama ho ato sunwa ne wanchi brekum sahwi dwabo so takra de miamia 15 branches Ghana half na baby afre 0540311311 0540311311 ofra womo ebeje woso na no pay opesa wo yesa wisdom head jome ananso Prince Kwame Minka ananso so kra no o favorite TV personalities a wo hu womo e na opese wo yete se omumu bi Nelso akwanya no
sama poma checheku a
akwanya ni nyama mawa so ahu aya media and professional institutes there for sebra near mass opportunity no yentetew now so ntumi enkasa said de won mo ekasa ewo TV so any radio so e ma ne wasum de to hono mo a na se bibi ni na mu nipadua mu no aya media and professional institute for na disa entertainment ma watch TV radio presenting watch news writing editing and reporting watch camera handling obecho kwan ye fa so a ye boy nyum DJ fo ko na wo mu DJ twitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwitwit video audio editing program production media law and ethics and so obecho na wia internship the 100% omo atete wo classroom wi na afie de wapie ne de wa Great Commission TV ne abetete wo ho ananye sanso so a radio SM online wo ho e ho so ebetumi de wa fam nye sanso mo media stations bebre wo ho a omudi enkita ho a obetimi de wakọ ho no akwakoye we internship ntibra Great Commission TV office wonungu akantamanto wo ben St Michael Primary School no obedu ho no ma wo betete kama pa na nso watumi ababeye media personality kese pa for 0245 001574 and 05002033 enti numbers mienu ena ofra na chese eno so ho asem eno no na ene emema be se nine ahamu yenum ena me no mo studio ha ena chese me nko a ena mte asem sidie be edwi pa fe no be jo ho je na pa nya asem ketwa na mema nyina ade ba ko ebo mo ho ban ye prostate joy esanse ye dru a emema e dey see prostate or hawa no kwan and a prostate enlargement to ho ena prostate cancer ho prostate ho chese edinu wo ho bebre prostatitis de be bebre ni nyina akobi wie prostate no a enti se be na sa ha we nyina da wunya bie ne no so nkofa asem fa ndo no prostate joy ye no ne edru na kan for the mouth prevention e wo ho and de wo pesa prostate no ha bebu kra no a wo fa da kro bia ba ko a wawie ananso watese yesi bibi sa wo ho nti ye nyina emu ani ntu ase a ene na treatment de na abefa no pa ba ko anwumre ba ko eno an kakra within the shortest possible time na se wa clear no e de fe prostate wo dwa so Ghana ha pharmacy chemical herbal shops ahudo nyina mu kwa abenya be na wato de hia ye se wo be frɛ ni ama mu consultation wate ase ansa na watu ho na 0244727028 0244754380 prostate ye wonu bia beboa ama odwunso ahodo adwunso ni wiase nyina nso so aye de na ye kama ma enti afei bre na so se efuni kese no yetwa ediche wisdom edajome e wa ha Prince Kwame Ninka enso wa ha amapoma checheku enso be wa ha ena no pe ye
na afei so ya hefo no dodo na so butu Facebook live teach you entry J Dumelo one day we share no say God has taken away the keys from the elephant and has given it to the umbrella. Or say wo go to ozu bempa asema wo kan no. And I Kofi Hassan say no. Bomo 20 ye dua na kira eti Ghana mabure ebere na so se mo be sore asase ba dwumade yi su die na me de to aso se tonton ye no mza ne ye fa adwene na akoye fa adwene na fa adwene akotena brashe bedwe fie se akoye nhye se ye be hye ne ahye shirt ne ahye asase ba
all right me
yeah o se right no e ka nwensem ho
nwensem no ye de
to foto bi fa
kanentente wo ka be de wo kanent asase wa ba What
teatro and to foto mu a obi fa foto nim enko yi to no fa kodi to
right so afo asase ye obi a wo ka anwensem nche bia obetene nka e wo Tonton Sansan adwumadi eso ba ye gusa
ye frame poma checheku na di mfie mienu mi suku ameko ene SYZ preparatory school manyensem a me beken ya to ni din se enche bronya beba enti monya na momfa bronya achade ni nyina emra ye hwe manim pa medamo ase
oh baby asali free aba oh wanyu nsemi die e cha asase die asase kra ye wa che no was hey never ba to suwe se wa brodi hwe mesra se wa comfort he was aba wanyu nsem we die 2x4 whatever amisi or God Suzongo was say Ghanaians should support President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Alhaji Baumia to fight against COVID-19 because they really care for this country. And also in Chaka saying COP Akwesi Mensah Duku retired, former Ashanti Regional Police Commander. And I think so Al Hassan also message out the buy no ya ken kind of that. You know we say na wie die. Na ka say HB e be come na so be fie biu because na ho na action ni na wo. And so we be sorry o ejira de be si ne eso e wo mra so be fie. Ye say ye de momoto nsusu ye no abeto mra so be fie. Esusu ye ya ye de abeto hoi amanfo ahyase e ka ho nsa won say nsakraye bi aba. Wo mu a ye de ani a kire mo so say ye beju wo mo saato no. E na nsakraye nso aba eye sikadodo o mbehye ase afri no magye saa to no afiri so na saa nsakra nyina echi Ghana for say omo de omo mpa bibia etie omo party ade say omo to no enwa ba so eno aso speaker abambaben odane chire ni no fa eye chalk and a blackboard and o che na fefo omo mrahye bidwafo eno ma bra na wo ye young parliamentarian no mutai FM e wo mrahye bidwafie ene mra bi e wo mrahye bidwafie wo gina so dia kan sem dodo na ewo ya esi na no wo mrahye bidwafie ti san komo de beba be de nche obete Dr. Rashid Draman our executive director Africa Center for Parliamentary Affairs obeterenka sanso na Stephen Aton so o wa semfua kroji bi a wo se opeso okafa eye 11 ho no so obeterenka bara no pay nia ekoso asante manten kropon eye Kumase eye annual delegates conference of the MPP ye wa sabia me say abrante bi asa eye na ye taibo na ye de kire mo say Jack fans ne de omo ho and a crack the say ye be gba kire mo say settle ye sa video no ready na Friday ye into an abrante na sare de e kick me pa
yes I ready happy birthday pa that's
a video na ready
dey make happy
birthday no
Martina Al-Hassan and your birthday special happy birthday
Martina
Al-Hassan next do hospital shy Usuduku hospital and special day
oh yes so
I'm feeling next one
mama nurse ni wa kwa mama fa birthday so ko eba Neliza Fianko and the wedding fee do uko school Maranatha Kids Academy or Kaso Kalebule if you papa Edward Ofosu Fianko and afa patient tete ho and na wo de e ma enti happy birthday pa enkomo Neliza Fianko.
Okay, ye be kwa homa no so na ye ne Dr. Rashid Draman akasa branza na no video na ye ka se bi na ni hwade we. That's right, the Musa Vogusa Tonton Sansan Jumedi so Tvxyz. Yakwa mano so yeba poto kakra fi se yene Dr. Rashid Draman we executive director Africa Center for Parliamentary Affairs. Yene nkasa mfa normal esiwie ewo Ghana mrahye bedwafie enra gina ya hodo a Speaker of Parliament Right Honorable Alban Bagman will see na fe so nchechemu ahodo o de bae e de pa na kire yakwa mano so Dr. Rashid Draman ewo amanso. Doc, good morning to you and thank you very much for joining us on the program.
Good morning.
From what played out in Parliament yesterday, I'm sure you've made a lot of readings out of it. Can you explain to us what you think the good people of Ghana should infer, particularly from the various stands that the Speaker of Parliament took on some controversial issue that transpired whilst he was away?
Well, I think my reading of the speech by the Right Honorable Speaker yesterday was one in which he sought to reconcile the nation, because as he rightly indicated, no speaker or deputy speaker can overturn a decision that is taken by the speaker. And he sought to make reference to precedents and some kind of practical examples. However, he decided that, we are where we are as a country, given all the confusion, misunderstanding, misinterpretation, and so on, of the Constitution, the standing orders, and the laws of this country. But he wanted to move on. So for me, that was the part that I thought was unifying in terms of his approach, because he would have said that, look, we are going to go back to the events of the day that I presided, and let's maybe start afresh. let's do the right thing. And that would have plunged this country and the budget into further confusion that we currently have.
Hello, Doc, if you can hear me. That's his posturing and his position on particularly this controversial matter. Does it also make matters a bit more fuzzy? I mean, especially when you say that the inference you draw from what he was doing was that he wanted to move on. I mean, we are not too clear as to whether he's made a definite statement as to whether or not the ruling of the first deputy speaker holds or not. It's not too clear, is it?
I didn't get your question very clearly.
I'm asking, in as much as you say that the speaker would want to move on, clearly, yes, does that not make matters a bit more fuzzy? Especially when it's not too clear whether the ruling of the first deputy speaker still holds or not.
Well, I guess the ruling of the first deputy speaker still holds. I don't think that he has cancelled the ruling of the first deputy speaker. I don't know maybe how people are reading it or where people are reading from, maybe, or how people listened, because all of us listened to the speech yesterday. And for me, I don't think that he sought to say that whatever ruling that was given in his absence, that ruling doesn't stand. You know, so that one, I believe everybody should take it off their mind. The ruling stands.
But then it leaves us in effect. So it's not too clear whether the budget has been approved or rejected. Where do we stand on that?
Well, I mean, the budget currently, as you know, my brother, the budget is in limbo. He has made very clear, for instance, that the Honorable Minister for Finance has indicated that he has made some concessions. And so, if that was the case, those concessions must be reflected in the document that was presented to Parliament. So, I believe, for me, he has opened a window for both sides to save face, and then to, you know, as you I mean, maybe one might say, to both come to the middle and try to find some common ground and move on.
Okay.
I would think that this is an opportunity that both sides would need to see. Anybody who doesn't see this opportunity might put the speaker in a position where perhaps his approach to compromise and consensus would seem rejected, and then that could begin to harden his stance, as well as maybe what we are going to see in the coming days.
I imagine you would agree with me that the question of who takes the bullet in terms of compromising first becomes a bone of contention here. I mean, in the case of the minority, they've taken an entrenched position, especially when it comes to the e-levy matter. And then when you listen to those in government, for instance, those in a majority, they've also taken a position that can be similarly called an entrenched one, because they go to suggest that without the e-levy, we will not see a number of developmental projects. So who compromises here becomes a bone of contention. Do you agree?
Yes, I do agree. But I think both sides will need to bury their pride in the interest of this nation. But we have an opening here in the case of the e-levy bill being laid before Parliament. All of us will get the opportunity to, make our views known, as is the case with many bills when they are laid before Parliament and to parliamentary committee. When this thing started, one of the questions that I kept asking was whether the two parties have done any scientific survey to pick the views of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I think that's what matters most.
And that scientific survey will entail what?
Sorry?
That scientific survey would entail what? Because I'm sure you might have read the position of some CSOs on the e-levy matter. And I'm sure if you do a cursory glance of what people have been saying on various TV and radio networks, you would have heard what the views of the people of Ghana are. Don't you think that is what the minority is trumpeting, in as much as they hold that position?
Well, I mean, some of those views, people are just speaking on the basis of emotion. So when the issue is before a committee and then you are being called upon because you have a position to come and make your scientific argument and argue why you think, because nobody wants to pay tax. So on the face of it, what you are going to hear is that people are definitely going to say, oh, I'm against this. But what's the scientific basis of that? You are against that, but you want development in your country. So that's the point that I'm trying to make, that look, at the end of the day, the committee would have the opportunity to engage a cross-section of Ghanaians. And then maybe we are going to get to a situation where I know zero e-levy, that one I think is not something that anybody is going to consider, particularly those in government. So that, I believe, must be made very clear. Because, the budget has two sides. It has the expenditure side and it has the revenue side. And Parliament must be interested in both ensuring that the monies are used properly, but at the same time making sure that, we know where we are going to get the revenues to fund all the expenditures that are being proposed. So my point is, if we give the opportunity to Ghanaians to come and make rational argument before the committee will, at the end of the day, come up with maybe what is a summary of what they have heard from Ghanaians, and that could guide the Ministry of Finance and the government in terms of the way forward. We might end up, with a situation where we say, yes, the e-levy is standing, but perhaps maybe at a reduced percentage, so on and so forth. So let's hear those, arguments. Nobody is going to go before the committee because they are emotional. No, the committee doesn't take emotion. You go, you make your argument, and you have to back it with facts.
But there's also the underlying political implications. You've heard some people say that, look, if our parliamentarians would say a yes or even compromise or even agree to a reduction in terms of how much is going to be charged as far as the e-levy is concerned, you've heard people threaten that, look, we're going to vote you out. That is also an issue that is hanging on the necks of all these members of parliament. How would that come to play in their decision?
You mean I didn't get it? You said what?
I was saying that I'm sure you would have followed conversations which got to do with members of the public saying that, look, if our parliamentarians should decide to say yes to the e-levy bill or say, look, we are agreeing to a reduction in terms of the percentage as far as the e-levy bill is concerned, you've heard people say, look, we are threatening that if you compromise on any of this, we are going to vote against you. And I'm asking you, how do you see that play out in the decisions that members of parliament are going to make?
No, I think, look, the minority is there, to provide accountability, but also to provide alternatives. They have made their point very clear. But at the end of the day, we say we want democracy, and democracy is, after all the arguments are heard from all the different sides, if there is no agreement, then we start counting the numbers. So if the numbers are going to be counted, and here we are dealing with a simple majority, I think it's just going to be... I haven't heard anybody from the majority side who says we are against this bill. Maybe you have heard.
I haven't heard anyone
so all
from
those that we have heard are from the minority. So if they have said we are against it, then maybe this assertion that you are saying people are going to vote against them if they change their position.
I'm actually referring to the position of their constituents, those who voted for them to
Yes,
represent
indeed.
them. I'm talking about their voices. Of what importance would that be in the decision that the MPs are going to make? That's my point.
Yes, I think that their voices are very important, and they have echoed and re-echoed those voices many, many times. As the Otunfo said, you know, at the end of it all, you know, let the government carry on. If you lose the fight, and let the people decide when they have the opportunity whether they want to renew the mandate of this government or not.
Very well. I'm going to have to thank you for talking to us this morning. That's how much time will allow us for. Rashid Draman, Executive Director, Emma, African Center for Parliamentary Affairs. So, say, Amanyofona, and I said, members of Parliament, who bejina, Yadodone, Kasu, Munina Su, Nina Bokwakusi, Ebra, Yabekwa Twaba, say, Domoye, no, Ebeja Tumo, see engine Tumo, the session Beba, a die Bekwa Twaba. But Sabre, the Ohunu say, one shot, Benkrobi betima abaso, na a year agreement be at me adan wedi, a year Momo Tuano in particular, say, Bia. Ebia ombeja tun say yente so anase ye hu bibi te said ye finance minister Ken Oforiatta adan no edi ewo ye momotuo no nsusuye na omde akoto brahye bedwafi nti ye hwe said ye ni nyina besi afo wisdom enkrata don so kasa asem ye
yes omoka ho asem o kanyo jama o yare bibi jeje
se usisi ye o ya
ndi e boso e
kale fa obi ka say 24 ko krom ka o
opuni kasa
what's it say
hey judge bi atutu bi am opuni enye easy o
what's it am opuni o na woni so oboduam kakra na mensa anya wade we dey ka frɛ na de mama sisi u kakra Steven Atta ni group rukra mama nka ni group no Steven Atta we executive director Emma Governance Watch a civil society group o message na ekentene e wo momotuo yi ho na nra na ebeto odwa se mrasebedwafie ho no mrasebedwafie chiame hene ora album bagben abeka che Ghana fo nyina se momotuo no nsusuye no abeto omanim na wo beba abebobo ho Steven Atta wa homa no so mamene ne nkasa Steven me mo ache mo akwa aba
so na mecha etiefo ne afọ na ohwem
etiefo ne ahwefo eje so na wabra ye adwendwen momo nsusuye ya beto mrahye bedwafie ye tete se ye wo entities bia wanhwe to no enka wo mo wo mabobo ya tete bi ne se licensed electronic money issuers as defined in the Payment Systems Act of 2019 and also licensed payment service providers as defined in the Payment Systems Act 2019 Act 987 and also licensed banks wemo and momo to no betima ka omo and also yate say omo ka say the kan 7 mobile money transfers done between accounts on the same EMI hono and at one yebeje mobile money transfers from accounts on one EMI to a recipient on another EMI transfers from bank accounts to mobile money accounts either directly and now say GIP debit and now say bank cards or another scheme. And at the also 9 transfers from mobile money accounts to bank accounts and waka. And now bank transfers originating from a bank account belonging to an individual. How no mudi omani atra almost momo to no ombetete. Minisa wakin kan sa akrata yi ombakwa ko lay e wo mrahye bedwafi ne ehunu said ye emu nsam ne sitia but and this way uhunu ne say
Yemina medasi bi na ewa wase ban my joint odi to we the bar Ghana for akata ma ababe temen ne bebi aban jina enodina ewa na ne wakin kan nyina nene the only time possible to be to me a bank yen Jimmy tax 1.75% ya can was them. And they say wawa tuanamo Akoko bank, I will check actual Ajiwusika. That's all it means. And I say, why you say, Abia on a daily basis, where send you be mobile money, 100 cities, 100 cities also.
Yeah.
Because
so we have 100 cities, so they are better.
Exactly.
It's 110 cities square better.
Yes. You bet 1.75% about 10 cities na that's also. Na enrichi member ring say omo provide omo services and omo platform yedi edigi and as yedi transfer say omo charge 1% on face value that. In fact, and obi kura ka say 100 cities are okay say mra ye call lockdown. My directive by say who transfer 100 cities and as up to 100 cities and yeah service provider and better charge you and they have to and they almost charge 100 cities. Who pay a traffic, who pay a powerful. Last time will be 100 cities this year. That 11 year number so yeah, not just a charge you 1 city. And that charge is already there. Can I buy every 1.75% about the account now 2.75% on any mobile money transaction. Now, what kind be a video? I'm sure they want to emphasize on the C category C. What kind types of transfers covered now? On 3C. Or see any other mode determined by the minister in writing.
Yeah.
The minister look at us. Now say or did transfer ya can so who say Ghana for ya dodgy. Now one who say be a Ghana for say there are two also say the other option apart from say the Ura bank in the say they will for ATM machines why you will seek. That's what say no now for a year or pair or better call in writing and focus even pull let be a restrict a back any ATM transaction as well. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about.
No, I got that dream who knows who say Sani and Kona near Konasa. Yes,
because so who's a Ghana for a dodgy they say one who said the only transfers they are doing is a Nipanabako bank, a quack or check a unitica. Now, anyway, the only options is a Nipanabako ATM are using ATM. That's a silent being canon, not almost as they say, a Ghana for the break you they can indicate in writing. That is the provision under 6. Wow. Under C. Any other mode determined by the minister in writing. Don't look to us, you don't know who say, oh, they are made by the Ghana for a dodgia. I mean, he just needs to indicate it in writing and it takes effect. That's what it means.
It is still in a brain tea. When you are so Kaboma, a idea we did say, you had to Ghana for so a boy.
Yeah, Casta, that was answering. It is needless. And they say, what to what we use my linear? Not what take you up a bank. Now, I found mobile phone. Say, oh, take away your media. Don't forget, the salary is here. What's your 400? What's your tax? I won't go that. Now, the Kenya code for bank. Now, we see who transfers the guy to mobile bank account to mobile money. So now we're using the Kaka account. Who transfer the mobile money? Yeah, 1.75%. Then we can about the top way. I can say, oh, me, na me top the online and I be the chia. But
out of that money. Point well made. Another question I'm able to say, sir, and no year can over your tasks. Ewo 11 susuye odi akoto mrase bedefia yedi unkomo yi o wadwen dwin mu no what can kind no Ghana for adwen kire wom ye Ghana for adwen no ma kire no wom
anything the Ghanaian said because some be a Ghana for account they would have reduced the levy who said a discussions they for Krambono the majority said that they were even anticipating a 1.5%. So they brought a bill that still contains the 1.75%, which means that they didn't listen to anything anybody said. Now, I think that Parliament, members of Parliament, they must rise up to the defense of the Ghanaian people. Now, let's see how the debate goes. And the minority side, which have proved themselves at least, almost in Ghana for positions, so they should stand firm to ensure that they reject this bill as much as they can. Okay. Because the idea Abai has made it mind, it is not listening to anybody. And this act, and this deal, turns it off. 1.75, and I share budget no ya kasa 1.75 and that's
so bien fi 7 me do ase ye brand ye fancy we do ase pa ne adaje nso awunya mai 7 ata executive director ma your friends governance watch omo ejina ye no masi no can be for kwame na o and how the question
the yaw yes
hey ya wedi ya kwe
kwame ya kodia o say I didn't ever see nipanye Honyanuga right over 2 hours ruling on Opuni open court. Opuni may be hallucinating. That his application to prohibit him as malicious, mischievous, and frivolous.
That's what you say.
Just in your can say Opuni Jane say case no the case near the court say a big jilin or doing sense so be a new so dia in na wada.
Also die.
The nation say no matter what no, or the never train. Sana no.
Why na class assembly?
Justice Honyanuga. Justice here or call voter register endorsing and Akufo-Addo. Ayeka say he's exhibited partisanship as a judge. Intimate na Opuni case no so. Omoko file case ye ni fee case no so in a 3-2 Supreme Court decision. And a later court no constitute another panel to bring him back onto the case. Attorney General Godfrey Yawadamina Kodi said Jumano and no more institute in the back to come say ombra non be the assembly bium. And no can we actually no. Chief Justice so Aka say he can do whatever he likes in his own court.
All right. You said the no so be or chronicle on Saka with me. I can gamma ukra daily graphic with your more some more.
Chronicle with me back with a simple cry. Quotation of Proverbs 23:33. Your eyes will see strange things and your mind will imagine confusing things. Nini now has to do with can the vice president, that's what Backben is asking, can the VIP overturn a decision of the president?
When the answer say poor way over Robert Carter, why?
What you bet you be confusion.
Question gets your panel. As a man penny can't have no vice into me, Mrs. Sanadia. I didn't now no speaker no can't now vice. Now first vice was what first deputy speaker as well Mrs. Sano. Into it sit chami and him. Na sem kan say nana.
Your ears inside.
Daily Graphic Democrat ade dia no pe wode by speaker Bagbeni phone na da haye na wono so ne dia wo ka say wo be hia sem rahye bedwafo no wo mo best drive na wo mo aye adwuma abom or say they should have a common focus said ye be ya o my god ye ka ma minka bi amemo ya sha se nka krakra ye ko ye nimo no ye betimi ehunu kwan ye be fa so a ye be yire mu na eja ne na so na aye de ebe ma Ghana for ya pede abemu na nkwankwa esa se bi no interest na ye e o mra shebe dwafie nra ne nsema hodo de tu dwa no emu fa bi eno no say audit service science contract to build 19 offices in the audit service for and so assign contract makoma wotwe ya wo mudi besisi offices 16 offices wo district na fe regional offices miensa ya wo ba besi the abwa said be ya wo madwuma no so ebehim kera 13 million Ghana cedis na ebekomu 1 million ye de sha ase ye ho niema na fe 12 no aka no ene de ba behwa ye adwuma na nkasa nti no so wasem krata yi ebo emu amane ebe Kwame Green Ghana project no a yeah ase no NIB reporter wo makwa so my independent reports
NIB ne hwan
National Investigations Bureau
okay
nti wo mo
NIB no madwan ko si film bia ye friend no MIB Men in Black
Debbie we ene
I'm gonna say nuns in black
ene IB
National
Investigations Bureau almost so makwa independent investigations with their fa ho na 85% of Indiana yedua ye no I survive it 50%
and I've been investigation and then I've been musanya investigation
Forest Commission
so more way and
I've been
independent no ka say wo mo ebia wo mo so de on person mo ye no it's independent investigations by NIB and abede just 85% of the trees na you are surviving 50% in there ashe
so was here
so was a way emu ya wobo emu amane ye kwa ede mu so mo kira ensi hɔ a ombekɔ so ana omaduadua bi ede abo na kwa me ofutu akɔ ede ama ese ɛho behia se ye bepɛ eye modern communication machinery ya ye behwe se stories ahodo any news ahodo ya eba efa ye elections ho a ye fake no ye be respond was a respond to fake election news African Electoral Management Bodies urged. Enti enu ye futu a ye de mana ebrahye bedwafo nso na edi asa mehu da ache no futu a
we de won nso di asa
we de omo ne ayi Godfrey Dami na akoyi mfonyini
the dache ne fosu ajima
onu gina ni
head of news Power FM when they gina mu den
your name is in graphic.
So we will facilitate access to
graphic ni nyina dia ko good them say be obi avan ko we will facilitate access to information yebo adame ene kasenti na no mo ne Attorney General and Minister of Justice ku share no ye judicial press corps court no and omni ku share no dia to dwa say we dey o shebo or pledge say access to information bia ye fa omanyi atna ye ne court ne ade hu nya na make sure say obe facilitate na say drofo nsa aka no almost what pete na fo saho ene be fifi
ai enti ene so ho asem e o kate ba foforo bi ka ho
the way tira ha no e be ya asase de factory no you say all African games no your mascot no won ye you say friends akoele edi be ne de ma no tawia na akoele
okodie the official mascot
okodie
being carried in the palanquin to the ceremony.
Fantastic. All African games, no better as 2023, and 2022. 2023. It's your mascot. No, make can 2008. Yeah. Your mascot, no kind of. No Frantima.
Okodi yourself kureja.
Okodi ya
okodi eja de wa hana eja
kura. Awasa kureja.
Ba de pala kwenim didi.
Eja na so Ghana.
Semu.
It's a daily graphic they are not pay or the buy be and no easy to as well.
Kwame, at MPP's annual delegate conference where daily dispatch, it will not be strategic for MPP to elect flag bearer in 2022. Where poster Benefson and a plot against Baumia at delegate conference exposed.
But hold on the Benefson Akano. A man for so a million penny for MPP, maybe actually say the entire or more quack sister is because say yet almost to be 2 clear years ahead of the elections are and Papa Moonin talk will be a man of home so no and about 1 million no matter a day a brenna it don't yes idea way it doesn't mean say about more what no anticipate and talk be bet mercy
said
it is a move to Papa move to MPP ni
omankasa agiatum ntina sa case neban even say there's a newspaper now may share one of the stories now oka say there's a plan say Nasara coordinator no is so be an organizer unse na appointment but see anon say omo elected at all the polling stations Nasara organizer, which would then mean that you have over 40,000 Muslims because some are Muslims.
That's our organizer. I don't know.
Say, and the
coordinator
Muslim
organizer difference.
No, the coordinator is just one. A be down or top of it.
Into one organizer na atwap it.
Into some person omuchichemu ba down ho nyina. Into omuchichemu ba down ho nyina na. Sa 40,000 polling stations ni nyina no. Obi abenya coordinator and that coordinator is a Muslim.
Okay.
And omoka say kobasa Muslim bi a all contend as flag bearer no. Oba benya more votes. Okay. It's a dangerous ground.
And briefly me who for you be ya spread the our daily dispatch na him. Does it mean say we mu na amount for no so one help beba be franka 2 for na franka 2 ni MPP no Dr. Mamadou Baumi amampani abedi eche Mr. Alan Kojo Chiramaten Alan Cash Minister for Trade and Industry Honorable Kennedy Akomprako Ejapon our member of Parliament Asin Central Constituency former Railway Minister former Attorney General Minister for Justice former first Deputy Speaker, Mr. Joe Gotti, also the Ewoho, and I think so. Apraku by side, Dr. Apraku, my daughter.
Into Sebaso on Tom Nabere Zayana. Tomorrow resign will only be like if Baumia
why never resign?
Say Nana Akufo-Addo. So Baumia is not an elected member. He was a part of the president. We vote for president and he has his way. Say if you want to contest as president, I resign. Timza say Baumia be resign and say
what busa sempa because we got to about 2 years ahead of the elections. No more to Baumia. Does it mean that Baumia didn't do my better?
But they say Baumia declared intentions of a call for friends flag bearer.
Yes. He didn't number.
He didn't number. Personally, we declare so person. Because we know of your friend say encophobia. One can say Jogate no we are one ababeka say they want to contest. It one the him say yes you are resigning from our positions now or me contest clear. But Baumia wabe make his statement na you so hwe nanim.
So far
and I am fan say atete na atete we no and one no nti e betumi agina so ebisa say obe resign na yemfa ne sa.
And that tradition say by default say mampanyi free one na be betire no and be abeye president no enu nti na manfo fa ne sa na no so asema ebebusa.
And at the time Ananado so aka say he will hand over power in 2025. What does this mean of Dr. Baumia?
Okay, interesting. It's when you know Kuankra to wait me Akenkama. You find the chat for Baton.
The chat for Medeva Baton your daily post the Bokrata. My people are dying, marriages broken, Jomro, MP lament over border closure. Border no amampenisi the IND ye until further notice no. And a Jomro Shebejani, Dr. Sofin so and the two just forward Diego, Ubu and Nikulute, your friend said the other side of the border and on the irritated hand. He say Tumuno ama akobedi ho asem enkoyi ho enti e ha dwene e na afi nkrofo so so wade ejad egugu bi mu ewuwu eni ade enti obesere honorable Jifa Gomashin so a ono so wo aplawo na nemia so e na no atom bi se Akufo-Addo or accuse Akufo-Addo of taking political decision as regard land borders no and as was say as a punishment and no kasa wo mo so so pesu odi wo mani eni ade no make allegations bi o Power FM say STC buses ni VIP buses so anko for the omo crossing. Ye here so betua kakra e de amom.
And now so BBC minim say video ni yawa. Yes napco for no ne immigration for no omo twa so e wo border no baako. Na anye nti omo twa so won say yes say bia wo wura ye oman Ghana na immigration for na atwa akwa office. Na ye buso omo nsem e wa kanka sem. It is way to be more no I can say more na ya chance tete odi e wa na yesi napco for no hu say no ade we omo ye e no omo ni omo e pem so a video no na edi ntre ha e social media besi na Ghana immigration service who be here say we be clear air because e asema amanfo aka to mo so e wo so mu de anu yie etimi e den e ba na mu ye hunu nia e ko so pote ewo yes aboda na the video edi ntre ha no die nyina we so na ama ye fancy ya na sabre de ye banwe nsem aka nsem de nsem atudwa na abante baako a wono wota ye saade we event akese bi e be koso wo mamu ha bia no okọ ase bo se wagina ensem ahodo so atwe ya dwen esi nsem so a efo man Ghana ho asase ya nya aba Kwame Nyame nso te ha se Kwame Nyame eni asase ya echia eni ese no ma foforo ne de beba ewiase ye besisi ye ba oman na tirase wo fiada e wo kwan so nkoso benko ba bia.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Good papa. Ganabam, if your what your waist, all your body, you make bazaar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Me ba cho mami Ganabam on me. Kese ni mi no keto ana mi ansa. What I had then? Ganabam! To wait here from doctor no. Hey, Where? What massage?
20 cedis.
This is Tiabaco. Ghana Bam, young Tom Matuha, and first at Tiabaconte. I think you will be 20 cedis.
Nemo, say, Ghana Bam, come. Sound two, so also. If you have Ghana Bam, you can resist.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always brave, fresh, natural, eggs, mineral, water.
Still got it.
Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
abusuafo said there was in him no oman no enya atena ase nene akoye fiada ne ya ne de to fam in fact ewura ya nkasa ye diem na ya hwe baabi a ye free ene baabi a ya bedru so oman na enoma hodo a ya adoma kyede a nyame de akye ye kwa a ye nton ye ntua ho ka no tai betena ase adwendwen ho bizebisa ho nsem to dam so a said ye pensem nti na ye yasom ye denti eya ye bisebisa kwan a saa adoma kyede no amanfo ahodo a ye ne omudi nkomo no omofa so edidi omudwuma na ye bia no eye omunya cash ewo ho ana ni nyira ye nkomo a ye bedi na do pay ene nyame ncha de obi amani edi na chi pa in fact we obi a said na dwuma die sitie no eda makoma so fi say me osuku na me literature and literature ya de me pepa ene ba se anwensem se anwensem aka nsem a ya de eda makoma so eti ene ya ka se wono na eba ndie me se he wo se kwa bibi sununkumi ba besi nana asase wo ha se ya wono ye ba bedwendwen nsem wo ye obi a wo ka anwensem enwena anwensem epu anwensem eba amema na kwa aba manache nana asase
yeah
asase ya akwa aba
yeah
asase a confirm ye betwa go abo no otwa pa ho sima aduanan na aduanan bienu
mo yes waje atum
nti yaje atu wi de na a confirm no ye ntwa de say ye X Natural Mineral Water yes simply natural enom cheers we ka eye kora wa ha na ke ye de anom
ye hwe abe na kwa ma me brace you
yes yes na kwa ba
yenua
na infa na ko say I say ana me na me hwe wa
na won hwehwe me so ho akwa yon ko boni waya mo bi e
zao ene we de abanfo ehunu de ye che de nansen mu no wa fam ene nia e koso
yo me ma Ghana de hye nyina che won hwe yen wiase afa na nyina efre me
Nana Sassi. I'm saying, Commodie, you ever frame Nana Sassi.
That's right.
You can't win some. Yeah, me and you might be brave. So you're finding some win some home community. You'll be a mechanic, some sanctuary, and in some. Be a free in 10 years. Only pay be away idea. I said, Nyabu tripping coachy. Now, sissy, the way. One who they are the better ye. There was a woodanimu, there was a wood cow. As any, Sabio de Sum Nipa. Where, sir, naturally, Nipa now will soon one. Umu fear. You don't, because you don't underrate your audience. Into confidence wouldn't have a gym until why. Naturally, say, what a crack. Now, what's a crown near me? Nothing when you're Munafi, Upia, a sign. As no. Jumedia Medino, Mr. T. Jumedia being a friend of mental pictures.
That's right.
Series. Afibia Namadi Anion Sem. Misha Anion Sem, Jumedia Surunko, where don't shame me and son. Jumedia Anion Sem, your friend saying, we will because of fashion, and I entired the share, Ghana and New and Dimu, Yenyum, Jumedia, where don't shame me and son. Now, Fini, a dear Tosun. Mental pictures 5. You just will be in fear. The essential for sign the buyer. A few more. Inti, media, to be an
Nancy way,
but he said, won't he send me yet? And then on Chesabia Miniation. I said, Obadi, won't he soon your coupon yet? And so I did, dear son. I just will be my end sanity.
I should power homes and Casapi, but Chama dear Bacon, a ban some year. It was so cool near Chay. It was so cool now. Yet the say I'm not. For 3 years, the fear denier society like would ye a year then the better wakwam. Yankupon and the tells our answer who's yay.
Majid said, when it be a dear, yet the summon of us as well. Your friend will be your cry. Your friend will cry. I just a one walk crass a woba. Obano, a tone cry. The sign so I am an idea, you don't want cry. I baby, I say, until or cry be also some cry. It means one cry. The buyer,
cry.
Okay. 80 vessel when cry at the bread, you don't mammy. I'm the baby, I say. I don't know.
You won't that one.
Me who is so bad, the Achadia do Mubians and all that. Do you watch a dear no? Oh, we are one Juma. Sabia, 4 hour dog, where Pam, what I say, no wash, no wash, say, the moon fufu. Bini. When the consistency produces results.
That's right.
Samba Kwame didn't know.
That's right.
Did you hear to phone?
Honorable.
Inti me hun say ya chede. Ya nyame nchade nso menya akwan eco school kakra no. Misua brofo ho ade, misua atwi kasa so ne ade, misua anwensem so ho akwan se ne ete. Se ne ebi mu ye no won aman so ne ade brofo de se ne ete se ne ye nso ye de ete. Na tetesem nyankonsem ye nnwom ne ade nso e ade amani je ho pa. So inti misua ya de me school se me nkusua. Na dia me nso manage ho ana obo ade de adom me no iguso eye ho adwuma
me hwe odi na enfonyi bi na watwa e de asimani so se wo mofra brem bra wo sha ase na me imagine se chichi ni bi dina won chen na wo se anwe nsem bi wa ha se bra beka na wa no wese sa asere wa na wo
I see them.
I see them.
Near different friends. Na ye were dying to be with you na. On the BD and draw. I did.
Ya draw.
Yes, over here on our body with you. I see the moon. Let's say the whole question not just. I see the moon and the moon sees me. God bless the moon and God bless me. Me can't say anything. No me didn't feel be me sana. Legion hope for you. Ne the imagine sadness. Once you conference one Children's Week. My name is my memory verse na or inti sa kasa ni na yede e here pa na men kasa media nso ye very key component ana mo ye kasa for ni fidie so adwuma.
That's right.
Me no na ye wo by the far side na mo tell ye Bibi Grandma Productions na me tie Jacko ni mo pa abreche ba ko fi samemu ne ade sanema na
no
eta echime.
That's right.
Ade ko inti me system ni ma muji e ma mo frashe
into me. Your basso is here, but me per se, you're building free bed. Your basso, I want you here, your basso. You're building free Ghana now, winning no brana winning. And near over the years, because we also several events, Nano Crab Bakuya, I think somewhere in 2014 or 2015, event BRC I will call here. Now a National Development Planning Commission for events. obe kasafa baby a Ghana free baby a Ghana bedru ene baby a Ghana betimi akọ sa no man nyina ye enoma wo kan na wo mimi nsusu yem no ye wode wani hunu ye no ene ma wotimi nwe nsam no sa Ghana nse ne esitie no sa na tie na na
dabi
kasafa ho ebi kura obetima fa nwe nsam kwa so
waho ye kasa obi kan nwe nsam wa enye se bi obi gina nipa nima na wahase kasa nsa na aba bi gina nipa nima kasa no obedwin wato obosusu asese ahwe nipa be nkura na mi ko gina woni nsa me na me be ken enye asem ne kan o sade a obi si akan ene me ba nipa na age atum se wafompo obeje atum se bi amafom ana me de ye de me hunu ne se ni onipa bi anso yese panin obi nya bi da bofra de bi to hear the sakraye change I say change is the only dynamic constant to hear the sakraye ebem say they na yeto nsuo nfie dukra na num na wotwe etwam ekra tisa ene nti abra me nyi no na me hunu se awofo ewo mbofra ho bre ekire wo ye nkasa na ye kan kasa wo fie
na awofo obre
ewo bre
ekire ye nkasa ye man kasa
eto na nsesem kire wo ekire onyanko nsem ede won gidie kra kire wo se eye Kristo sumo ye kire wo se na me hu me nyi na ya de a hu ye because school so me hu se niam bia na ye kire ye ana ye nya da jema mbofra eye eboa ye ba
bi ti se
drama clubs why you marry the two na nsesem your brand near didi ebibi grow to school na eboa pa sane ye mani na boa ma ehhehye ye nanso ene wo hwe senior system ne kono tete ade no ase no an eguso ekoso so ye tutu bi efirimu de niam bia behemu a
nye bitie na aba nye ni bie na aba
suatra ka ho
samom
suatra eka ho
okay
ena niam bi won so a enye ye ndie to de be fry amamre ne amane no a nko yi awofo so ni adaje ejawi ase ayehye nti wope obi a obetumi aso abofra ni mama ne kakra na chese odimirika na abofra no Tvxyz ane nako gumsania ye prese yasum ebedwen nanso show se wan chia abofra no kwan obefa so a obenyi no se bi ni die kran hwa no wanya bi am ha nti wensu me de ma mrante ne mabawa se because you future leaders chese dachi no samri dachi ne abofra zianzu yentete dachi no se de obekọ se de bedu bra yen abon kokra na dachi no so abaya brante na mabawa utumi de nidie bi ayeden aman sa na wa aman yen mi hu ni se unse yaman yo sem nso emu adaneke ono udi yo man nim se ne won won niema asesa yen nyina eje ani sa JJ Rollins was Yasser Arafat you know Nelson Mandela Sambre no for no wansem na wote Sambre no yebo Black Stars unse okuma na o mine ho do chese
na me kai say Azuma boxing bi ahoma assembly reba o
ka assembly TV kura tere samon for the pool obi na sin so ye de o mine ho do bi
ka drama ehua won sa ansa ne amo atrase
eburai mu na nidi mo
yes
enso Sambre Abranti used to say sebi ukra afidie ibi ni papa kura bi nti on ye pe abo fresh yo pe ni wo e ka mu a watua ono so etienti emfa ne ho so tete ne be kire so shi open ni a sebi wo de wakonya de man o me da se na me sha trase na me sha no ko an sebi e adimo so ho enti se ne ne nananom te wo munim nyansa pa no munim onyankopon so enti misre sanki bi nyambre kakra hwe samre na ne ye tonsuo ye bu ka ono mo ane awra no ye abeton no na yare yete sen so ne hwede yakoso na asi ani bia ba
waka asabu ye bu nsuo cap back no
so na onipa na dwen no emuti enso se obi esuro ne yonko de one ne te akonya so aso de mo ana yakoto Allahu Akbar kura no hwe usuro no na dwen mu nte e woni nua
jaba na san ye be dey
si e benya abotre ehunu said ya na ye na nanom te a emane yi I believe in that sense of communal living Brunibeka and I say yen kamum nobo ase na eboa oman adwuma ayira ti yemu na ye mpra ye monten so ye ntetete got am saddening to me sign ma oman ne hodo no ase eya top.
What would it take for us to bring that back?
It will take personal effort. We be some it will take personal effort. One, inspirational or demonstrative leadership. to show that our leaders really care about the people. And then that personal effort to see these things succeed. Another thing that would go is to, in leadership, I'm not only talking about political, religious, even parental leadership, so that we instill these things in children. Those days, if somebody was a class prefect, it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
A cardboard monitor, it was such a big deal. We were taught responsibility from a very early age. These things, responsibility for our environment. Such that you wouldn't meet an elderly man, take out his third leg of wisdom and empty it to a public drain in the full glare of children. What respect will there remain for such a father?
Third leg of wisdom.
Third leg of wisdom.
And empty it.
And empty it. Point it. Open, glaring, when children are looking.
Yes, we'll see a catastrophe.
You know, hey. Oh, papa, de boko, what I say? Sad, you know.
Almost in a bajimi bread.
Sir, debut.
And then they be
Yansa. Sabini and young mountains so basa say. So, inti say, you could shut it in your man or boy and one. You beat me and you be sad. When Lord Lugard went to northern Nigeria, they found indirect rule. They established indirect rule. They found that our taxation system here was so efficient. What the traditional rulers were using was so efficient that they maintained, they didn't touch it.
Say, no.
So what happened to us?
Lord Lugard, no.
Lord Lugard, no, Ebisia the cycle, Nigeria cycle.
Wow.
Who say, Quayani, Fasu, to this is your mind and I. The Abani saying, "Ye, 3 BB, Chinchina will see a coffee. If you get a movie, I want to say, "Yeah, now they are."
Simple life.
Yes, oh, as I now quite say, Sebi, won't ye be an actress? I won't walk it. Debbie, the mammy down so. And they say, Sebi, who come Mexico, Obi was said you see, go Kenya, Masai, for any other tribes. Who said you won't see you? Into Shiame, na me Bangida, Mashemi Fugu. Me who say papa nim du free and I be baby a free you the need e be den e be man.
Is that to say and den say obo hu no bi o say ko ufri Ghana
edi emre pepi no e ya na den sabi obi ko drew man for bi so a sabi kasa won to the money fee no bi o kra na nyefe we den a fee no fee say sabi oba kwase na den sabi nkum e che na papa fee we den unto me sesa no ti dia betumi an say wahu bibia efe ana wo jisu see you fie be yesua obra na hwese ne ebe den yen ka se fa be kire mpanimfo no wo fa wo no wo fie a wotim ni pa se be wo won so tumi a wotumi kire won de no fa kire won wo mo ye no bi nso ye ne de kaka ne bebu mu a be
amede kire wo mo ben me
so wo mo so de be kire
wo
mo so de be kire
okay ebe nante akọ
ne ye kire ko
be chew
o se
ebeche obo so a ono so ya to no so aba na se ye bitumi bi ahye ne nsem a na sedie ne se nia efe na ye nyina ye hunu amana ne wono obetimi di bi aba.
I say welcome to Africa where everybody knows the truth yet a child is not allowed to tell it. You nim no kura no pa enso say ye be ma abofra aka na ya gia to no bo a
adintra
ye ni no kura mayo e nya atwo
ana mofra no omoka say ya na ehunu zo mumu ade ana ye kwan na mofra no fa so ka no
ye nyina ye nim se adi senditi na so ko ka hey o so ren so ayesi abofra yi anwi e ma na adwi ne nya adwuma o so ren no obi sa asem esan to sebe me de metadi du ka ho kra ma na ye aduanan e bi sa asem ho hey so no kray da ho ye hu se bi a nipa yi wa mane sika ne kwan so ye bi bisa ye be ka no ye hwe so nka na se bi obi body ba ko bi ana obi risk ko bi o ko fa no no da fiase na so obi a se bi anko man ni nyina ajapade de agya ne se on fanye bibi papa bi a wanye no e ka ne de ofo ne de akata so fa jo tama se bi ye twi obi aso no nkire se ye mpenasem ye de tene no ye de dane no ye ne ye hwe so de ama before nanso ama ya man yosem no mpese meko ho bebre enya no ntine yete ha nanso e ka amemu ne ho
ye ka man yosem e de ade
aman ye
want to be poetically correct
she ye ka aman ye ka se wo ye bibi ade na wo ye wo hwehwe bibi ana wo se gu bibi so na chese ade na gu so wo adane mu se ebe ye ana sen sakraye puntu ebebem
o za enye party se
debi aman ye Inti parties, no, they are supposed to be helping to shape the nation. Your mind money. What am I saying? Aha. On one, you know, one, but so won't to me swaba. Member, my dear, she, yina, epese, ya dear. Yina, sent to me, no, I was all back for. You didn't know, okay, move on to her. When you say, move on fancy. Yina, I can see you be somewhere, bed, I didn't cry, who be if. What am I saying? Intini a power or back for. Na when ye nkrofo so say adwe trimopo eda ne trim no ansa ye be yinu no baba beton na adwe na mai ya ja tum say you kwasi mi nta asem wo kan die ye di bu mai no ebe den be yi dini ade kwasi mi ntasi wo no afre adwa manza no afre dompo no afre musa beka ho se ne mo mebo ame na nye den ye nya adwuma ni mo kwa muntie nkrofo no asem no ade aye ye nya ne sen inti wo hwe mu a enem rim see free bi o hemfia yim crash no chance your friend court
ahemfie
onje
ade na wo ho
onje
ma hepa
wo say asama
ba hu say asama
hwe wo yim shiv
ten court
he court wo but ye tell say asama ahemfia sa word no crowd say asama ahemfia na dey maso you will need be ya dem
it no sa no ususu say ye nyele
mo enti ye hwe kwan ya ye dey amanyoku ahodo no awon memmu ene ye nanano mamemmu no be kabum na ya yeden be boye amoman na kuyi bajote ase okay nanano na obis kan o se asase ne on de e wo mu se ma so twin kan because of
constitution crazy too
the ambrofo be warrant chiefs ne ade enti na ma se da bi wo ha wonchwe kakra e ho nan so hwa aheni a etimu a na etim Africa ha wo hwe Santamai or Shababy said Dahome.
That's right.
Benin. Musa Hini and I then. Tim, we are share. Today now, to me, as I Hini the one. Why don't you plug in? Then I'll find home matter. Now, should you be to me? I'm at the night. Disable check from her. You want him for it to be her. Who run the crew mouse? Ah, Sacrayo. Also, said your penin or Tessono. Then is one the bar. Kruno ekwe odo wasoto form so a se eboni din papa
din pa
pajote ase titian ke beto ye bo akusua se de na ke na nanom ye anso ye de pese ekufu bi de na ye din na bi urayensa we understand be ye din. Can I speak English now? I say Ghana's case is a thing of teenage pregnancy. Now, we are being compared with people who have had 300 years 500 years to build very solid structures. How old are we?
64 or 65.
Yeah, 65. And we expected to immediately match up to them. It is not realistic.
I any been a chance.
I know.
I know. Malaysia.
I know.
Singapore.
It will be an issue. And I send you Alberto to one day and a bachelor baby. What we need now, may I believe, are skilled midwives. Skilled midwives is the leadership we need. That will capture these premature baby, preterm babies. Yeah? Put them in incubators. Incubators are fantastic ideas. Such that we gain enough strength and begin to walk at our own organic pace. Look, if we are not ready to mine our resources, why do we give 90-something% to foreigners? Let us wait for a generation that is well capable of taking advantage of these things properly.
Especially in this technology.
Thank you very much. And maybe buy a bed and check. If you drew. American, nti once I mind you how much that to mu crop pity. Kusuan we dey kakra, no esuan we dey kakra, no esuan we dey. No they are bedding.
But some ya we can makai obi asem try. Was say for the sake of poaching, men and women were taken along the ocean.
Are you?
That's right.
For the sake
of poaching,
men and women were taken along the ocean, claiming for a greedy portion. Yet they had no option. All they had was a simple vision that one day there would be freedom. Freedom? That conversation we continued.
I was a boy and I said, and a jingle. Now, oh, quite come fast, I come in no day, Cacrebi day. Ato adaka mo mo tie kakra ba we dey oyɛ dey dey abenu na be hwe ba ko bi ato asana dwumadi na bana wie ye but kai say wadwenche no nsusu ye no betimi e dey aba e WhatsApp no so WhatsApp line no ne ye display e wo screen so na face so o Facebook Tvxyz Ghana ye nto nka no pay ewo Tonton Sansan dwumadi so na ade ba kwa me very curious about any me ya ensem no ebesi wutrim na afia afa wonsa no na ewura twere dua nim na wo twere gu nkrata so ede na eba
obi ani na dwume mo asem be wa dwuma so obi hu when you say if I had to be disciplined na say we show ho say this year di ho akwan say obi hunu na ode dia ese ato dia ese ade bia nso sua hunu and I make say unze obi ho ha wa bedru ha we hu so obi ye na fe sua wo say dia soma no and one san ye ho adwuma odi bi ne to fa na afa so so ne dem nso ni pe bia wo hu dia eye wo frɛ a ye den keep going at it.
That's right.
Into your day, and a quite be a me fast one. Maybe and someone much no. Me can share. It to me a share. A DET
extra mineral water.
What they show? Trinity nipe.
You mean we orange?
We orange. Into orange. Fako wajim. Then a
anka.
Sanka. Then you say.
A baby skirt.
On say we are kota.
I can't
believe that. So what? They want I remember no. On say I say we are ekoto.
Yes.
So Janso I top bia hu bi won.
No correct.
Di me hwa de a me hwe no kwa. Me hwe la kwa chiri. What I say? Di tu anyone you be here. Di anwensem wo nwi a. Wo pese wo ka asem no sono nko chen di obi a beka. Senia obi beka.
Sunonko
sadia esene di obi aba good morning. Me ma wachi o ye den a obeka ma chi na me ma
kwan ya wo fa so
so I say the truth is not as important as the telling it is given. The asem na nya kana wo kana kwan ya wo fa so kana ba jo te say nti obo ade ne ma wa bo wo hwa a itumi hye un kwan ma utumi etwire bibi ade esi hwe utumi twire bibi hwe ne me bi e koso utumi twire bibi watenka mu nso utumi fa de twire bibi bia ya de mebuafu mini natem da bi ahode am de bedi natem no
de benwin
ti de benwin asem bia to ha e bia ne medi natem enso ebedu se obedwen ho no amekọ okọ de da
eno ni anwensem
eno ene anwensem hwe onwini bibia sabe wo de koyi bibi poti
okay
so ho onwini se esi wa se ye wo fe ti onwini a wo de koyi bibi e de ne de anwensem eye e de anwensem e de agro e de anwensem e fa adwen the anwensem etufo the anwensem ekirade pachot ma say anwensem so you bin so adwuma ye de gege ni pe ni pachot ma say
o de gi ani no
you
e ba o man Ghana ha say na adwuma no yesi hunu no
say na tie
ye fa na serious sika wo
meba
wo sika pa
na bote ya ni e pentema ko sika ho pese ye ka na ho asem bebe so ye beka sika ho asem anwensem ya de bia awoye mayimu achie so ya ni ye hunu ne sa se ohini bia bu dwa na ochia me gina dwam a samra ne kasa ya sheda anwene ntu za himfie kasa no sono nko chen abonten so kasa de no so ya anwene se
samra ne no so ya anwene se na ebo na ni tikase na wodi timadua yi ne sim ni nyina anwene se
chalute ba ko hata pusu ni jaja ba hata pusu ni nyina ye anwene wa se wanwene de ye bibi poten
wow
ne pa choti mase Bure jum. Obi ton tos. Mami, machi o. Ntos ye me fe. Se me odishi ankasa. Me hu se nim te se wo a. Me srew, me to se, ye se, me ma se, te me so, de bi we di agin to so se ejum ohu wanwene asemku a ode ton na ade no. De va jo ante ase. Onyankopon ye se ahyase no de nanum asem ne hede. Oka asem otimbi a wanwene
no han aba.
Edi bibi. Eba jo ti ase. De nya nwunsem kwase e kan sa. E wo se ohunu de a wo pese wo de dem. Wo de. Now, se adwuma no e wo Ghana ha e mo asem se tete. Yen fa no yen de aye.
But hold on. Ghana for asas eye se adwuma ni mo masom. Omu bu adwuma no. Omu no se edimu.
Yo. On se yen no rant any maba bia ya baso na sen. Poetry spoken word.
Yeah.
If it's a denim na yenso ye de no ye de EP.
Yeah.
Me hunu ni se nkakra amanfo ani ba so sɛ ɛyɛ ade a ɛyɛ pa wohwɛ Kwame Nkrumah breso a na yɛ ade o Jami Kufu promote na Kwame Nkrumah promote saa no me yɛn breso yi nkakra bɛyɛ mfie du ntɛmie amanfo ɛyɛ adwuma pa ma me salute Poetry Association of Ghana for me microphone me one adwuma. I'm the vice president of the Poetry Association of Ghana, the chairman executives members nina with time corporate groups invited the annual semi yi ton ade ebia yebo obi abaso bia ye adwuma a ye pon no the annual sem ebe musa patrot mase ebi onyankopon fie kra ye onyankopon kese a bitumi hye da afra ene ye mesore onyankopon it is annual sem ye nwene e de ye ade potin patrot ase ebi asem kese ebi wo ha wo se yeka na afi no bi be gina ha be bo statistics ne ho a na so se ne ha wo be nwene ade no de aba wo say sabi
akano simple
tres obi ti okra na nye na dwuma
obi ate ase
obi abeti ase patrot ase fani say who could be a born who be and who could do a crazy or fina, ladies and gentlemen, and water is a very essential. Oh, so inti sabi oku bi kasa nso a one in the cran kasa what do you want to want? That's right. Do you know some no ebi mako gina ho no French for kakra ho China for ho Spanish for ho ti me hwe nsimfo bi we kasa now they can was upon ebi asem do so bi wie no na asem na di djuma ese di yen hwe anwensem enye de aye kan kwa anwensem bi ho ha ye twere ya kenkan e de asua de bi be kan anwensem ebe ma ne koma to ne yem bi be kan anwensem bi ebe hye ne nkran mu se kakaka Ghana fo e de ni die emma anwensem se eye adwuma mu se kan no ni mu
uko ye schools ma and nana you can attest to
no de ya de
uko ye schools ma yen kan wasem titiri eye entoaso suku literature core English omo ye literature poems anase yeah anwensem ahodo omo kenkan no e bi William Shakespeare ono awu kwado banya ne ba bi kro yasi de ba student na ba kenkan na obi history a ono no wadi abode bra akodo na no na ye di wura mmofra ni tirim efri
yo intina meka say ti yenso ye de no yema ye ni nso na nye ye mfe I think say obi say Professor Lade wants to say the poems ni bi o Master Brewer recently saying the poems ni bi o translate into quite a number of languages, Brewer of Ghana languages from Boma Baso. So what I say ti yenye sa no na yenso ye de hwe I say we've invoked the ancestors too long. They hardly have time to be dead. Look, it's time to christen our old brand of living ancestors. Yen mani once I brought yasel. I want man for sebi almost tro and yen sem ubi tro no dagbani ubi tro no kran. Dia den yen fa we no. Ewura. Oh, mo fra nim tete yemu.
Amu oku amu kasa amanfo tie.
There's a Ghana Association of Writers.
That's right.
And recently we started the Poetry Association of Ghana. Inti yasha se kroki to akra fe na yasha se a yehwe senia ye adwuma na mu de di kan nkabom ni beba nkabom ni ho asabi wan na wokoka amano budget ma se aha nanso efidie so ayeti ayeke Ghana nyina asem ni yeka won a omu can be a wom or omu formulate policy. They are listening, some people are listening obi okra na na adwen enko so sa because na opani bi na wotwe mo ba opani bi pa na menini di anwese mu nkomo si ana mche so o mami itumi di yese o se asase me da se ene we bie mani papa
itumi di yede
anwese wa bigina ni pani o pese wo no be ka ahunidi ho asem o bigina ena mu nim ho ni ena mo da bi enye fe nso me ba no e benwene kasa no ama na hu se menini nyina igina ba bi kro
my typical example
amefu wo nyam fato na me wo ho na me dwen se nti si obi da yare sabia na ne bra so a obi e de na wo hu no e de na to hye no so e hu ana te sen why na be fa wa ko why na be hia me mu nse ta kwantu se wo bre so na wo kwa obi wo ha obi hia wo airport e bo ana ka shen jina bia wo be hia wa je wo ba e de wa fa ha
ya wa tu
mo na so kopie mpofiri mu nso no ni so ayo to imisi wo ne nkwankwa ntaso nkomo di ne ni bere so ene ahobrasim tumfo pempem mo bo titire bubu din akese na nso tumi ne kro ba akofo don no rent titire tempompo no ano ento aso owo ne nkwankwanta so nkomo idi ni pete kokko ani ho ne akohim yen sekete no bi ahase afiri ha akoduru ho ne nkwankwanta so nkomo idi na ni breso ani ahobrasie mu no sika ni bo enchembo kura ye dote nto aso ahantan ni akaka bensam mfra nti oni baba emo boy one hena owo ne nkwankwanta so nkomo di na ni breso ani ahobrasie nti wahu se asemo ya amanyi se wo ye hwan otia
watwamfo nyi bi
yembe sho
na waka asem di atu
ubesusu
oni akona wo tie ni trim se oni baba pemo boy ko so ana pemo
oni hawo
o nkan kasantwie bia
debi na ko dru sa nkwanta nan so a akobobo din akese akopempem obo
me no me ne pre
no yen sekete no bi ahase afiri ha se ye seketa na keta se hye bebem
ye seketa na de yen
keta se hye bebem na keta ni yen se bi ho yedi ni petem kokko akra ni ho ene yakase yekutu agina ba na
uni mo bia so ye go fa chiro
hwan ye do fine yedi ni petem nti yedi eni bre so because wo ye de amia ahobrasim webre ho ase bibi chao so nti mi megina ohene ne mo nka ngira ne se ko
nti
wedding agachi ohene se sebi baby wonka tumi
enso beka
beka
befa kwa cross waka
nti anyune sem no sanity nti hwe se meba bibie bible waka cho se onyankopon oba nti onipa se me kasa anyune sem ni kire wuhwi na se sebi wadwi mu do a ho no wa hu asem a onyame nipa pese me kache
okay ma me nyina wa asem so na me ma amanfo emfred dwumadi yemi phone lines no wo question bi a wo pese wo to mane asase a feel free na asase e wa ase a ye ne din ko wo ye obi a wo ka anwensem de nsem atudwa numbers no na ye display screen so 0204 155 and afei so ubetimi so after 0204 155 944 ene na asase entwe nkomo so ba ahoma no so amesere ye dum kasafidie na asa dwom kasafidie na no na fe wabo odin ba bia wo frefri na asem bia wo pese obusa asase bia no wonso watimi abisa no na mahuma se bi wa say free adukwe George o say kwame manem perform anase manen ka anwensem bia mehunu say na no na mehwe abefo tenten fidie so mintimi nkai nya wo kan porte dia but I'll be glad say obetimi aka sade na che but me ba so hello morning.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Odina baby of free.
Mr. Teshinungwa.
Teshinungwa ne fro say. Michael into you. Asase wa.
Good morning.
Asase ajo so.
Good morning.
Asase na hunto say.
Ewu adom ho ye mpacho nso.
Ojumadi na odina ye pepa start ye ni je ho. Na ehun say duru ba bi no. Na end of the day no mahama tesokra no wahwensem ni bi kotia ne pa ni nyina ka ho bi makufa do be president benne also mo bae no they don't use you okay
na nyensem mu die hin
ka anya fe no nkomo ko ba bi kura pani na ka budi akire wo so sabe na first wo ya no no se ya wo ta ni ma ni nyina so mo aka wahye ti babunu no ya mo ma ni na ho why esa mi nya ka che
yo be da say but I say a quick one. Mama Massa say enclave BCC asase.
Mr.
Manya call bi wa say there but what Mama hello morning. Oh, Kafra ya show ahoma no so. Also wait my friend asase. Okay, we are back. Hello morning.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Bodi na baby a free.
Hello.
Bodi na baby a free.
Your family Abdulwaba. You can take Abudumba.
Abdulwaba yentio.
Yo, nana sase wama makuma kemi yen. Yiteke mi nana sase ashi.
Omo akuma to ye mo. Na Abro Bay, se wo tie owo TV do so be ni o.
Hello.
Asase ba men tie owo TV do so why. Ore en kasa.
Ya bi min chemi.
Okay, kwaso.
Min chemi ni ho.
Kwaso yetie o. Abrewa bay. I will call next caller. So hello morning. Hello morning. Hello morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
So Bodina baby are free.
Morning.
Bodina baby are free.
My friend Shama Ramadan.
Of I am quiet you.
Okay.
Yet you. Emerson wanted the air you free so now. The master say Emwa and 70 piano. Yemfa Fred Median in Sierra Crab. Okay, we are. Hello morning.
Better, na pop is
Miss Mehoya Pa. Now we didn't have a free.
Your family, Mr. Sorry, you can tell free Kumasi.
It's a sorry free Kumasi. Yeah.
Na nasa say, and I'm a bonabaso. Na bedem bisa say, strong abebu, and a strong, I learned some man. Because the Uti Casemuna, Ohe, abebu, no, I said, me, I'm quite a crop, but never did just say, or one in Vienna, a strong abebu, and a strong income. That's a power question. Obusai. I say, bit to make room for one last call and nothing. Assassin so abemna nana with you ma you say ochiamia woni mu na asem go so nana wasuma hello morning say yahwe no last caller hello morning hello good morning
hello
say udina baby am free
hello
beto nkapa bodi ana baby am free
hello
what for metonka udina baby am free
Medina kojo fefe Medina
kojo yanko nana asase wa ha
oze
se nana asase wa ye ni nkomo ye tie o Charlie yeah me da say nana asase
you say meda Mike na say openi no di kan friend one hu di anko so sisi e o san san ye be chance na me kire say the videos bi o ha ye ntan yimpi I don't say me share me juma say be 9 years full time no tata na Professor Mills Ephraim and so just before then na my yard my MP before do no be person the political callous no share me the Professor Mills who hear something from Professor Mills then the skills begin to balance. I am a citizen of Ghana.
That's right. I
serve Ghana. President Mahama time I did a lot of state events. In President Nana Akufo-Addo's time I'm doing a lot of state events. And so the media for me. So when you come to capture such stories, okay, you do not show the art. You just speak in quotes the big man's speech. That is what makes news. That's what makes the headlines.
That's what was
no. Yamfama. Into one who be senior Sebio, Ubin Sudia Semino. And no sapu. Oh, baby, or de kofa.
Yeah.
Look at the kind of sentiment that is it's generating. Unfortunately, it's a very wrong picture. If the NPP is not in power today, another political party is there, and they deem it fit to use a poet, why not? I'd be there to serve.
Be a bit rubber.
Me pacho Ghana Hayati. Minia, Sebi, you serve corporates. So I serve Bank A does not mean I can't serve Bank B.
Event be a ma win scaon.
Me pacho say.
Event
I'm
saying this in a manner say be I ever say anyensem na ye wo adwuma nko a say event ma ye win scaon.
There be say event ma Sebi, you're able to write scripts. You are able to edit, proofread. I translate. Inti yenye say be a wo home nim say me general stage nso nko ana. Me de sa nimde no eyeden eyedwuma. You've got to be versatile. Now you be a to me dan home. Sanity. So one baby ana odi assembly free banner trying to politicize these things. Please, let's discourage ourselves from pushing such sentiment. MY. Asem no America no nipa ete ho nyina sebi. Obi NEC ni, obi NPP ni, obi free CVP. Obi free party be meant to me amudi. You ye ne boy ensemu a ye nyi we mfim nyi we mfim.
poems ebi aba in such a way say political party be assume aka say oh what am I am another one aka say we work at here.
There was once I met President Mahama.
Yeah.
He invited me to the event, National Youth Employment Authority or something.
Yeah.
National Youth Employment something. And see Charlie, when the president came, I was just before that when he came on, the first thing he said was Nana Sasimedase. And on what was him. On a frame you. Then so none of cribby her was saying.
Don't go project the sentiments of the people.
No credit.
Or mind why a day.
But to say you, Ubu credit, you said, or buy no. Obit then as I said, and on what was him, them will be a day.
Sasa will never be to
Esri. Shiana. Nam Jensen Nana. Sabu. Ubishawa. Ubisusu Penia. Yes, it. Or do one pump and wapim soon at number 2 film will be a BNB. Sabi. Bibijina baby dia series. And so somewhere no
see what you
say. Monsieur Penny or dinner pumpemu. Apim suno. Do she amena catch him say pa. Medipim suno. Medipim suno then I'm the genuine dear. Any other pa. And I'm the other 2 film will be a BNB.
As I'm surprised, more surprised. What one? Shadio is over. I would have Shadio.
Pick up your guns and let me pick up my arrows. Let us kill ourselves and no one will write our stories. Let us kill ourselves and all our history is gone. Let us kill ourselves. Sabi pay the night to the Jimmy. Nancy Shed. And DJ, and you have a war. Everyone did that war. It is only a true question. Into the show. And as I say, Mama put the blue passy. In the same place, some people who are here, and this one and to be winning, and then was so. Let's see when it's the way trust me. We are you all gathered to come and see Ghana's finest. You all gathered to come and hear Ghana's finest. But you all gathered to look at your neighbor face to face, eyeball to eyeball. And you know that this God that is going to wake up this whole neighborhood belongs to one household. Yet his voice belongs to you all. I was sent here tonight by love, probably celebrated with people or whatever you choose to call it. I was sent here tonight by respect, celebrated with honor, yet from the forest. I was sent here tonight to tell you you can earn a free ride on the back of the crocodile. Through Baga, you might choose to go to Burkina or into eternity. And as I said, Mama already looked fancy. I said, Penina can you sell? I'm a father to and then you can even have one to what you put to this one. The some. I brought them. I guess I'm a former number. It's the right thing.
Eti nana asase no eti yebo eye abunzingiri ye ne ye say bo flute say the be aye the be jeje so nana asase so wani abunzingiri ye no xylophone but what and some na wo kan wo yi na yankasa ye dada setena mu nsem na na wo kan
eno ani e beka so sabi me yokwantuni okwantuni ni su de wo hu ade na okudu ni abudwa na chese wo bebo amane be na me na we try move for okro he am sensuo ni ha yifi ha yese nti wada room sabi woni onyamma ni nyina anya de emunti nti adwuma no ye nkaboma de nti na meka se obi ka anwensem won yese osore ya na obi gina ni pene mo ususu ba bia oko
nti na sa akọ nsem e fa ye ho no ugusu awoka
yegusu kanra egina ba bia wo gina ene asem ko abeden obekọ akoka sabi anya baabia obehwe na asem papa na woka so baabia wugina woka asem na asem ya woka asem no we can defeat purpose na ma de na eden akodane ana asem no asem ha
benne yete ye Ghana won se mabunu no dodo na asore
mrantie ne maba wa muka mabunu na virgin sem ne nan
mrantie ne maba wa asore yesi ye fro bibi ye oman ye fix the country
oman
na say
mo
sa de we de akire hu ne say
eyo misrew Ghana here Mwanokre. Ghana needs fixing in so many ways. How do we fix it? It won't take one person, it won't take a day. All right? Let's explore avenues of self-employment. Let's explore avenues of what we can do as young people. Look, we're supposed to be very creative people.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be very dynamic people.
Yeah.
And there are some things you might not need money to start. Yes.
A bit to say,
we are there, but as I can say, a new video there, which is a more ding bebre, and a more you do bebre. I'm not saying, say, any young person who is out there crying for employment doesn't have a legitimate claim. That is what we have been promised, and that is what we are entitled to. If I what am I saying? Once, because it has different facets. But as young people, let's be creative, let's be dynamic. But you're asking young people to be innovative, to start businesses. Look at the rate of interest. How does a fresh graduate out of school go for a loan to start a business? And it's not realistic. And see, it's that brain drain, no, is a consequence of this situation. I've told a lot of young people, it's okay to live here for the love of it. Do as much as you can. It does not mean if you have a good opportunity out there, you should not go. Better come back, make more meaningful contribution. You know, there are a lot of people who have entered the diaspora, they are back, they're opening businesses up, they are taking people in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are so many ways of addressing.
Say what day?
You
glass and guana doors.
You when you the binia pachu so tekrum if you home see so who dem there or the contumri.
Yeah.
Esi abrosan be saying. It depends on where you choose to look at the issue from. All our stories are not the same. Ubia ne senia ne de den eti. If I want to say, obi o ha yate na asem na. De bia make say news amome. Yakopie so ayate nti kra na de abetudwa. Nti hwe de ayante. De ayahunu de obi ani ho ba beka. Eno so be fa hene.
Eno ni asem no.
Eno so ne asem no.
Wasem etwatfo e ma Ghana fo nyina.
E ma Ghana fo nyina. You. Me ma won ho asem ye Ghana. Onso ma nenye won ho asem ye Ghana. Biase afa na be abi hia ho bia. Ana obi hu se wo bia no ensesa the fact say we Ghana ni. Mpatcho wo kasa. Ye dia ne die entire fra. If you look at any great civilization that was ever established, it was based on their art, it was based on their culture. Our creative economy has not even been explored, to even talk of exploited. So please, let the government turn its eye to the creative sector. Look, there's so much employment we could create for young people. Imagine there was a cultural troupe, cultural troops set up in different places, drama troops set up in different places, creative academies for people to go in and learn. The art of oratory, the art of drumming, of dancing. You don't need to qualify to go to the School of Performing Arts before you get the chance to learn these things and be recognized and get paid for it. And so our creative economy is begging to be invested in. People should see the potential. Parents, please, when you realize your children have these gifts, from a very, very early age, help them to develop it. Don't try and suppress it. Books. It's okay. Study. But make sure that whatever talent you have within you, you develop it and you build it.
Yeah.
And please, let us not burn home and engrave our name in ashes, forgetting that this is the place where the four winds meet to gossip, the earth and sea and sky meet to break word. Welcome to the center of the earth. Let's work hard, but let's work smart. Let us pass on virtue to our generations. We've realized as much as possible. Let us make sure that partisan colors do not taint us as a people. Baby out to Abafa. Only baby I'm to me. And so you're 2 years. And young means you see any chance. If she am in here, if you want one, what do me be? Me will be a Me ma.
Ebi ni ohun a ne nyina ya bom. Ne ayi dai.
Ni cheers you.
What do you say? Yeah, also L. Yeah, you know so. Na prince Vinyan, Prince Baba because what if say or therefore my friend would give for therefore or therefore Betchy and your birthday. It's happy birthday, Cassia and come or therefore Betchy. Now you not yeah or therefore birthday is year I know you so. Na mada asase ase. Asase de da bia ye dada se ye de nsuo ene dada se ye gunsa e de da asase ase asase ye da wase se ne waba na wa me abete nsam ase e wo Tonton Sansan so you need the prince kwa me nka me ni nua ba mapoma chichigu dwada nyame ya adoma bronya na wotwe ni mu an yesi no isunu kubi ba wa fidie ne na ha Tvxyz bye bye.